Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you? How the hell are you? Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're going to be going over a little bit of the reaction. Thank you for becoming a member for 3 months, Potter. We're going to be going over a little bit of the reaction from all over the world regarding Venezuela. We did this yesterday, but it seems like things are escalating and quickly. The Prime Minister of Denmark, they control Greenland, said that if Trump actually does invade Greenland, then NATO will dissolve. And now all of NATO is preparing for American aggression. I'm going to say that again. All of NATO is preparing for American aggression. Did you see mandatory fund day response video? No, I don't know who that is. Guys, I need you to be honest. I don't care about like anybody who makes videos about me. Any attention is good attention. As long as my name is out there, I'm happy. Thank you for the $50, Potter. And also, dude, I'll say this. I have been, I guess, the chief villain of MAGA for this invasion of Venezuela. It's actually astounding to me how like little old me, like I have quite literally become the chief villain for MAGA during this entire event. It's kind of incredible, you know? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up on fucking Fox News after this, you know? Oh, you get so much hate on TikTok? Well, on TikTok, it's primarily bots. It's primarily, the CIA deployed some 10 or 20,000 bots as soon as we invaded Venezuela to help manufacture consent. Why would NATO dissolve? NATO is built around trust. You know, if one nation is attacked, then every NATO nation is supposed to help defend them. But we don't know what to do if a NATO member attacks another NATO member, because then who does NATO side with? You know what I mean? It's a betrayal to the idea of NATO, and it would lead to a complete dissolvement because nobody would know who to side with. It would be the end. It would be the absolute end. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm chief villain for MAGA online, which is fucking incredible. We got a whole bunch of stuff from ACYN I want to cover.
He's up there and he tries to get ears, and you know, he's a violent guy. He gets up there and he tries to imitate my dance a little bit, but he's a violent guy, and
I think that will resonate with voters.
We'll see. Ben, Joe, thank you both.
Thank you for the $5.
The
$2.79.
Now, I'll say this about President Trump.
Can I follow you on Twitter and I can read it there instead? Let's do that. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Joe. Still ahead, Secretary.
What the fuck?
Oil. It's about oil. It's about the oil wealth of Venezuela, which has reportedly some of, if not the largest oil reserves in the world. What we seem to see is Donald Trump's campaign promise to the oil industry that if they spend hundreds of millions or $1 billion on his campaign, he would richly reward them. We are now seeing that reward. But in terms of that MAGA base that you were talking about, Lawrence, that he promised no more foreign wars, no.
Yeah, Stephen Miller's interview was wild. See if we could find it.
Denmark and other important topic. The premier of Greenland and the premier of Denmark and other Danish officials are responding to a Twitter post from your wife, Katie Miller, herself a former Trump White House official.
Oh yeah, so first let's pull up Katie Miller's tweet. This is Stephen Miller's wife. Rancid, hideous fucking cunt. Yeah, this is what she tweeted. Fucking hideous cunt. I do mean that. Look at that, bro. Look at that thing. Look at this thing, bro. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, no, she didn't just fuck Elon Musk. She cucked her husband. Her Steven, little 5'0" bald Nazi, bald Jewish Nazi Steven, watched Elon Musk fuck her. It's his wife. And now she's pregnant with probably Elon Musk's baby. Ugh, ew. All right.
Important topic.
This disgusting bastard's wife.
The premier of Greenland and the premier of Denmark and other Danish officials are responding to a Twitter post from your wife, Katie Miller, herself a former Trump White House official, showing Greenland covered with an American flag, saying soon. After that was posted, President Trump repeated the claim that the U.S. needs Greenland for national security reasons. The Danish prime minister responded to this in an interview earlier today, as reported by Bloomberg, quote, "I believe one should take the American president seriously when he says it wants Greenland, but I will also make it clear that if the U.S. chooses to attack another NATO country militarily, then everything stops, including NATO, and thus the security that has been established since the end of the Second World War." Can you rule out that the U.S. is...
I want to get that up too. All right, let's see. Where's her quote? Ms. Friedrichsen said that the threats were unacceptable pressure. I believe that he means it. If the United States were to choose to attack another NATO country, then everything would come to an end. The international community as we know it, democratic rules of the game, NATO, the world's strongest defensive alliance, all of that would collapse if one NATO country chose to attack the other. This is exactly what Putin wants, by the way. And Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, and Bibi Netanyahu, they're all like teamed up. They're running trios on Arc Raiders, and they're just bodying solos. That's literally what they want. They want NATO to completely dissolve. Trump consider, and a lot of MAGA Republicans think the same thing. They think that NATO doesn't matter, that America is all that matters. We are only powerful because of our allies. We're not powerful in spite of our allies. We are powerful because of them. And they're incapable of understanding that. I don't think that anybody in the regime understands how geopolitics works. That's why we saw them with fucking Twitter up during the bombing. Thank you for the $20. Let me see if I could find that. Let me see if I can find that. Trump and Hegseth. Yeah, dude, here, look at this. This is like the pictures, by the way. I know this is not the Situation Room because Donald Trump hates the White House. They're in Mar-a-Lago in some stupid fucking room where they set up these black curtains that are completely see-through. But you see that? That says Venezuela. Pete Hegseth is grinding away on Twitter because he genuinely wants to know what people's reaction to it is. This isn't about logistics. This is about being influencers. They're all fucking wannabe influencers. It's insane. It's actually insane. Okay.
Is ever going to try to take Greenland, everything stops, including NATO, and thus the security that has been established since the end of the Second World War. Can you rule out that the U.S. is ever going to try to take Greenland by force?
Any answer other than, yes, I can rule that out. The United States is not going to try and take Greenland by force. Any answer other than that is indicative of the fact that we are beginning global conquest.
Well, let me go back.
Yep, GG. All right, yeah, no, GG, guys. No, GG, we're engaging in global conquest. We're going to go to war with Denmark over fucking Greenland. Yeah, GG. Great. All right, have fun, Marine. Have fun. I'll be here fucking your wife.
The president has been clear for months now, so I know you're treating this as breaking news. The president has been clear for months now that the United States should be the nation that has Greenland.
Hopefully you get drafted, big dog. Brother, if I got drafted, I would literally frag my commanding officer. As soon as they got me to the front lines, I would throw a grenade at my fucking sergeant. Immediately. Instantly.
Part of our overall security apparatus. The
Right, but your wife posted that like hours after the Venezuela operation. That's why it's newly relevant.
No, I'm not.
What is in Greenland? Can you guess? Can you guess what sweet, sweet resources beneath the ice? Just try. Just try. Just try. Oil! I need the oil. I want the oil. I want to invade Greenland and harvest the oil. It's for the oil, baby.
I'll talk with you about it for an hour. I think it's a really important conversation. I just wanted to reset, Jake, by making clear that it has been the formal position.
The unofficial envoy of secular talk. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Slop Apocalypse. Thank you very much for joining me. And tell Kyle I say hello.
Of the U.S. government since the beginning of this administration, frankly, going back into the previous Trump administration, that Greenland.
I'm going to ruin this for you real quick. Stephen Miller cannot talk properly. He has to talk like a Valley girl. Every single time that he talks, he likes to go up at the end of his sentences, and then he tries to make his point, and then he brings it all the way back down. So what we're going to be talking about invading Greenland, and Denmark doesn't understand that this is for our national security, then we are simply going to have to take it. Okay, he is literally a Valley girl.
Should be part of the United States. The president has been very clear about that. That is the formal position of the U.S. government.
Right, but can you say that military action against Greenland is off the table?
It wouldn't be military action against Greenland.
It would be military action for Greenland. We're bombing you because we love you. We're bombing you because we want to save you. You should be thanking us for bombing you.
It's a population of 30,000 people, Jake. The real question is, by what right does Denmark assert control over Greenland?
Denmark has held Greenland for over 100 years. The right that Denmark has to Greenland is the fact that they purchased it. That's their right. They purchased that fucking land. And if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty, Stephen, you bald Jewish Nazi fuck, yeah, Denmark doesn't lay claim to it. Neither the fuck do we. You know who does? The Inuit people who probably lived on that fucking island before we slaughtered them all. I don't even know if Inuits lived on fucking Greenland, but I know damn well it wasn't white people. I know damn fucking well.
What is the basis of their territorial claim? What is their basis of having Greenland as a colony of Denmark?
What is your basis of having fucking Venezuela as a colony? You yourself, Stephen, are gonna be the head of fucking Venezuela. Did you guys not see this? Oh, it's so scary. Stephen Miller, head of Venezuela. Trump is floating, giving fucking Stephen Miller the job. Giving Stephen Miller the fucking job. Hold on. Stephen Miller to lead Venezuela. We'll find it. We'll find it. But they're floating either Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio, or Stephen Miller to be the co-president of fucking Venezuela.
The United States is the power of NATO. For the United States to secure the Arctic region, to protect
the Arctic? You mean the Arctic? Dude, this bumbling fucking idiot's always got cum in his mouth. He can barely fucking speak.
Power of NATO. For the United States to secure the Arctic region, to protect and defend NATO and NATO interests, obviously Greenland should be part of the United States.
Yo, we live in hell. We live in fucking hell.
And so that's a conversation that we're going to have as a country. That's a process we're going to have as a community of nations.
So you can't take it off the table that the U.S. would use military force to seize.
Look at his fucking smile. This dirty, disgusting fucking vermin. This literal fucking rat.
Greenland, you can't take it off the table.
Jake, I understand you're trying very hard to, which again, is your job. I respect it. It's great to get exactly the headline, right? That catchy headline.
I think he's just trying to find out if we're going to war with Denmark over Greenland.
Trying to get an answer to the question.
That says Miller refuses to rule out the United States should have
The United States.
Greenland as part of the United States. There's no need to even think or talk about this.
Dude, look at Jake's fucking face, bro. And not only his face, look at his face. Did he get, like, work done, bro? Because isn't he, like, 60-something years old? Like, did he get work done, bro? He's looking nice.
In the context that you're asking of a military operation, nobody's going to fight the United States militarily over the future of Greenland.
Oh, my God. So you're just basing all of this off of a gamble. This is all based off of a fucking gamble? Oh my God.
Last question,
doesn't
Stephen.
make any sense.
One last question.
I gotta get more of this shit because Steven apparently went fucking brazy, squealing like a little piggy.
And the Premier of Denmark.
Is that it, or is there more?
And other Danish officials.
I want to keep that. By the way, guys, there's two people you should really follow on Twitter if you want to keep up to date with a lot of the news and the good clips. There's two of them. One is Aaron Rupar, and the other is ACYN. I'll say that again. One of them is Aaron Rupar, and the other one is ACYN. If I'm being totally honest, I don't know who the fuck these people are. I don't know who they work for, but they are unbelievable. The speed in which they crank out fucking news. Look at my bicep. The speed in which they crank out the news is unfucking believable. Yeah, Aaron Rupar and ACYN. The fuck was that? Oh, it's Beans. Beanie! Come here, little buddy. Come here, little buddy. No, that was Beans. Beans! Beans? You okay? Oh my God, I can't have a second sick animal. I can't have a second sick animal. Okay, no, he just sounded like that because he had a toy mouse in his mouth. He had a fucking toy mouse in his mouth. That's how he sounded. That's it. Don't worry about it. All right, let's see what Aaron's got for us.
They had the worst president, did the worst job. They had the worst policy. We have to even run against these people. Now, I won't say cancel the election. They should cancel the election because the fake news will say, he wants the elections canceled. He's a dictator.
Well, you just shouldn't say it because we shouldn't be canceling our elections. Are you saying that the only reason you're not saying cancel the elections is because you're worried about the way that the mainstream media will report on the fact that you say cancel the elections? Is that what you're actually fucking saying right now? Hold on.
Policy. We have to even run against these people. Now, I won't say cancel the election. They should cancel the election because the fake news will say, he wants the elections canceled. He's a dictator. They always call me a dictator. Nobody's worse than Obama and the people that surrounded Biden. Not Biden. I don't think it was Biden. He didn't know what the hell was going on, okay? The election was rigged. He had no idea what happened. He still...
Yeah, no, GG, guys. We're not having an election in 28. Listen to what he said in the beginning of this.
The worst president, did the worst job. They had the worst policy. We have to even run against these people.
He doesn't think that we should... He doesn't think that Republicans should have to run against them. I'm letting you know right now, and I'm right. I'm always fucking right. Come back here when I'm right again. I don't think this motherfucker's going to have an election in 28. For, like, really, I don't think, because you have to really think for a second. Think about Donald and Stephen Miller, Pete Hegseth, JD Vance. Think about these people. Do you genuinely believe that they would allow you to kick them out? Oh, We lost. I guess we got to pack it up, guys. I guess we got to leave. Just for a second, I want you to imagine that we did have an election and they lost the election. Do you actually think they're going to pack up their stuff and just walk out? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? It's not even about Donald. It's about the people around him. RFK, Stephen Miller, Pete Hegseth, Kristi Noem. They're not leaving. Trump might. He's made his billions of dollars. He's fucking 80. You know, he doesn't give a shit anymore. But they're not fucking leaving. They're not fucking leaving. Y'all said that last time, though. What did he do? Dude, it's January 6th right now. What did he do 5 years ago when he lost? Please tell me what he did 5 years ago when he lost. Night Raider. Exactly 5 years ago today. Please tell me what he did. Come on. Come on, Night Raider 09. What did he do 5 years ago today? Come on. Be brave. Be brave. Tell us what he did 5 years ago today. I'm going to fucking wait. I'm going to fucking wait. Oh my God, he left. He left, didn't he? He left, the fucking rat. He fucking left. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. These people are such fucking pussies. These people are such fucking pussies, dude. Literally every single MAGA supporter is a fucking pussy. There is no such thing as a courageous Trump voter. They don't fucking exist. They don't fucking exist. Unfucking believable. Pussy. Pussy ass bitch. I'll answer for you. 5 years ago today, when Trump lost the last election, he attempted to overthrow the United States government, hang his own vice president, and execute the entirety of Congress. That's what happened. And y'all think, oh, if he loses this time, he's gonna walk out. You're genuinely a fucking idiot. You're genuinely a fucking moron. A literal walking dunce. An inferior vermin. I can't fucking believe that shit. I can't fucking believe that shit, dude.
Now, I won't say cancel the election. They should cancel the election because the fake news will say, he wants the elections canceled. He's a dictator. They always call me a dictator. Nobody's worse than Obama and the people that surrounded Biden. Not Biden. I don't think it was Biden. He didn't know what the hell was going on, okay? The election was rigged. He had no idea what happened. He still doesn't. The worst president did the worst. Have the most unbelievable 4 years, and I guess they're not. I'm not allowed to run. I'm not sure. Is there a little something out there that I'm not allowed to run? But let's assume I was allowed to run. I could have. There's going to be a constitutional movement. No, I could have the most unbelievable 4 years. Everything was great, but in the last week, I made a little slip up in something. And you lose the election. It's like, so we can't let them forget that we did such a great job on the. I want to really, yeah.
What
but
the
you
fuck?
got, I want to really, yeah.
What? Huh? What?
I want to really, yeah.
Huh? What? Is this Bill Clinton's over here, Jeffrey Epstein's over here, Bibi Netanyahu's right here? Is that what's going on? You getting fucked in your mouth by Bibi Netanyahu? Getting fucked in each hand by your pedophile best friends? Are you reminiscing? You got a shock collar on, Donnie?
I want to really, yeah.
Ooh. 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 What? Now that's a thumbnail. Hold on.
I want to really, yeah.
I gotta screenshot this. Hold on. What is happening?
I want to really, yeah.
Oh my God, he got embarrassed. Look at him. Official quote from the President of the United States regarding the war in Venezuela.
I want to really, yeah.
Io davo una serie di citare il costo non posso cambiare il costo di cambiare il costo ci posso non sa che c'è di differenza. Oh my God, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me.
I want to really, yeah. I want to really, yeah. Really.
That's the President of the United States of America! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I want to really, yeah. But she gets it, and but she gets it, and drops the thing. Walk.
What? 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 Oh no. Oh no, that's what it sounds like when he's shooting a fucking blank. You know damn well this guy's nuts don't make cum. That's what it sounds like when homeboy's shooting a fucking blank. Oh my God! Oh! I gotta get that screenshot, man. I think that's the one. I think that's the one. That one too.
Drops the thing, walks off the stage crying. Her mother's crying, her father's crying. Guy gets up. They said, have you lifted before? A little bit. And he walks up, he could have gone ding, 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 ding. I think it was 112 pounds, right? It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's 112 pounds. It's 112 pounds, dude. That ain't diddly shit. You're talking about a military press? It's 112 pounds.
Or the beautiful boxer. They have boxing now. And that they have a young gentleman who transitioned. He was a very good boxer, but he wanted to be a woman, which is, you know.
Which is what? Oh my God, he's so lipped up. He wanted to be a woman, which is, you know, it's kind of hot. It's kind of hot. Chicks with dicks, I'd fuck. Like, this is the trans representative of the United States of America.
Be a woman, which is, you know.
Kind of hot.
To each his own. Because I want to be very liberal when it comes to these subjects. I'm trying to get that vote. It's not an easy vote to get. It's very tough for me to get it. But he transitioned, and he transitioned. And the girl was a champion boxer from Italy, remember? She got up first round.
Oh my God, he's talking about the Algerian who is not trans. There was an Italian boxer versus an Algerian boxer. The Algerian, he's claiming, was male to female trans. She literally wasn't. She literally wasn't. Like we're just assigned female at birth. We're talking about a woman who just has a deformity that gives her extra testosterone. But she wasn't born a male and that transitioned. That's not what happened. What? What?
He hit her, boom, with a left. A left, for those, everybody here knows about, but a left, Lisa knows better than anybody, but a left is defense. He goes, boom. She's like, oh my, she walked to the corner, remember? She didn't go down, but she did everything else. But she said, I've never been hit like that before. I don't want to go out again. You can do it. You can do it. Bang. She walked off. She said, he happened to win the gold medal, that young woman. He won the gold medal. There were two transition people. They both won gold medals. The whole thing is ridiculous. You have policy on your side. They don't have policy on your side. Right? You have policy.
What are you even clapping for?
And I saw this guy fighting like.
Oh my God!
By the
Hold
way,
on.
Venezuela. In other words, I could.
Oh my God. Okay, is this it? Iman Khalif. Is this it? She's never been a man. She's never been a man. She's always been a woman. She was born a woman. What are we talking about? Chatter says, sorry, but biologically transgender doesn't exist. Hey, dumbass, do you think transgender people think they're swapping their sex? Are you a fucking moron? No trans person has ever argued, actually, I was not born as a female, I was born as a male. That's not how transgender people work, you fucking moron. Oh my God, dude, I can't, dude, you guys are so stupid. You guys are so fucking stupid. You're so fucking stupid, dude. Holy shit. I can't fucking believe this one. We gotta keep that one queued up. I can't fucking believe that shit. They do on TikTok. No, you're mentally disabled and you've never paid attention. You don't know how transgender works. You do know there's a difference between sex and gender, right? Let me ask you that. You do know that there's a difference between sex and gender, right? Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know that? Antin? You know there's a difference between those two? He left. No, that's expected behavior. No, he's still here. Trans people change their sexual characteristics. You used the wrong there. Okay, so you're an idiot, dude. You don't know the difference between sex and gender. I'm not gonna explain this to you, bro. You're just a fucking idiot. I can't help. I'm not gonna derail the whole fucking stream to explain what a transgender person is to a fucking moron.
And I said, so you're going to do it, Emmanuel? No, I'm not. I said, okay, here's. Emmanuel said to me, Donald, you have a deal. I would love to increase my prescription drug prices by 200% or whatever. I would love to do it. It'd be such an honor. Whatever you want, Donald, please. Don't tell the population. Please, Donald, I beg you. Every country said the same thing. No, 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 we will not do this. Some were strong, some were very nice, some were rude. But they all said one thing, no, we won't. And within, I'd say on average, 3.2 minutes, they were all saying, we would be honored to quadruple our drug prices. So we would be honored to quadruple our prices if that's what you like. We want to make you happy. Okay. Therefore, I will not charge you a tariff, and you're going to increase your drug prices by 3 times what they were paying 2 days ago, right? And we have now favored nation. You think Biden could do that? I don't think so. I think Biden ever thought.
Are you flexing the fact that drugs are more expensive under your presidency? Brother, are you literally flexing the fact that none of us can afford our medication? Listen to that. Listen to this.
I'd say on average 3.2 minutes. They were all saying, we would be honored to quadruple our drug prices. So we would be honored to quadruple our prices if that's what you like. We want to make you happy. Okay. Therefore, I will not charge you a tariff, and you're going to increase your drug prices by 3 times what they were paying 2 days ago, right?
Okay, so Trump is making your medication cost 2 to 3 times more because he doesn't want to put tariffs on them. So he'd rather just make you pay more money for it.
And we have now favored nation. You think Biden could do that? I don't think so.
Why the slurring? Well, he's constantly gargling on Bill Clinton's cum, so I think a lot of it ends up staying in there residually.
Biden never thought. And I said, so you're going to do it, Emmanuel? No, I'm not. I said, okay, here's the story, Emmanuel. I said, the hat. I'm just saying you're going to do it because I'm always right about, Trump is right about everything, right? I said, the hat. Trump is right about it. I have been right about everything. Got to keep it going. Is there wood up here? Hold it.
What the fuck?
I always like to, just in case. Trump was right about everything. Defense contractors are making more. That's why I'm going to say you're making $45 million a year and you can't produce a frickin' helicopter for 7 years. We're going to talk to them about that. But I said to the France, I called up, making numbers you wouldn't believe. President did the worst job. They had the worst policy. How we have to even run against these people. Now, I won't say cancel the election. They should cancel the election because the fake news will say, he wants the elections canceled. He's a dictator. They always call me a dictator. Nobody's worse than Obama and the people that surrounded Biden. Not Biden. I don't think it was Biden. He didn't know what the hell was going on, okay?
We're going to keep that one queued up. That's an important one.
Nobody even knows that the drug prices. Now, people will say, you don't mind if I don't read this crazy teleprompter, do you? Because, do you mind? Because I have, it's called standard. But these things are so important because you guys got to get about it. Nobody even knows that everybody, like these competency tests, right? The cognitive, they call it cognitive. I'm the only president that went for cognitives. I think every president...
You're the only president who has dementia, Donald. You're the only president who has dementia. You're going through dementia tests. They're checking to make sure you don't have Alzheimer's like your father did. Your father died at 85. You are 80 years old. You are 15 times more likely to get Alzheimer's because your dead daddy had it. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
president and vice president should be forced to take cognitive exams, mental tests, like, are they intelligent? Wouldn't it be nice? Do you think Walz could pass a cognitive test, as an example?
Yeah.
Do you think Kamala could?
Yeah.
I don't think Gavin could.
Oh my God, dude. You literally have a mental disability, Donald. You're riddled with autism. You're riddled with dementia. Brother, your brain is soup. It's fucking soup.
He's got a good line of crap, but other than that, he couldn't pass. I mean, here's a guy who didn't want to have water coming down from the Pacific Northwest. Why? You know,
oh my God, this dumb motherfucker thinks that he turned a lever and water started flowing from Oregon down to California.
have a little tiny fish, this big, it's a little tiny fish, not doing well. You know why? No water. They're sending water. It's too much. It's killing the fish, so they cut it off, and then they have 25,000 houses burned down. They don't know why. No, I think I believe in it. I'm the only one that took a cognitive test.
Again, you're the only one who has dementia. You need dementia tests.
It's the worst. If I don't do a medical exam, because I've had times where I went longer, because I'm busy. If I don't do a medical exam, they say, Trump's not doing an exam. There must be something wrong with him. If I do the exam, they say, why did he do this? Why did he do this part of an exam? He did too much. There's something wrong with him.
Yo, we have a mad king. We have a mad king.
They did a report in the fake news New York Times where I worked this day from early in the morning.
I'm going to save a lot of this. We're going to start
And I don't know about you now living. The president did the worst job. Have the most water, really. Yeah. Yeah. I said, everybody wants me to dance. Darling, it's not presidential. She actually said, could you imagine FDR dancing? She said that to me.
His legs didn't work. His legs didn't work. His legs did not work. You fucking moron. His legs didn't work. You bumbling tangerine Palpatine, you fucking fascist. You dumb, morbidly obese orange fuck. Yo, he's gone. He's gone. Donald Trump is gone. I don't know what the fuck that is, but Donald Trump is gone. He's gone. What is that? What is that? What is that thing? Why does he do that? I'm gonna bomb Iran. I need a baby. I have to sacrifice a baby in the summoning pit beneath the ballroom for Moloch. Oh my God.
It's not presidential. She actually.
Dude, he freezes.
Presidential. She actually said, could you imagine FDR dancing? She said that to me.
Brother, your cheap Slovenian hooker of a wife is getting plowed every night by Pete Hegseth.
And I said, there's a long history that perhaps she doesn't know. because he was an elegant fellow, even as a Democrat, right? He was the attack by Japan, you know, he was quite elegant, but he wouldn't be doing this. But nor would too many others. But she says, darling, please, the weightlifting is terrible.
I love how Melania is the only one who's like, Donald, you are fat and disgusting. You cannot dance on the camera. If people see you dancing, they're going to point out the fact that you are fat and disgusting and your penis does not get hard. Donald, I'm going to go fuck Pete Hegseth now, okay? Okay, Donald. Hey, gabagool, what did I miss? You missed, our president might actually have like a mental disability. It's fucking insane. Tyler Folsey, a nuclear physicist, said Don was wrong on nuking hurricanes. They'll just shrug it off and spread fallout en masse, right about everything. What do you mean he was wrong about nuking hurricanes? Of course he was wrong. He thought that we could nuke a hurricane to get rid of it. Of course he's wrong. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that we're going to start nuking hurricanes? Is that what you're saying to me? Are you saying we're going to start nuking hurricanes? Are you looking me in the eyes and saying that to me? You saying that to me? Yo, MAGA. Y'all here? Yo, MAGA. Y'all here? Y'all here? Come on. I know one of you's here. I know one of you is here. Malaria, ooh. MAGA, there's one MAGA guy. Yo, MAGA. You like bombing, you like nuking hurricanes? You think that's a good idea? You like nuking hurricanes? Yeah? You do know you're inferior, right? You do know, you don't think you're on an even playing field with the rest of us, right? You've got to be aware that you're like a, you know, subhuman class of vermin. I'm Alpha Chat, actually. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
I'm the king. I have sold more Boeings than any human being on earth. They gave me an award, Salesman of the Year. I said, what about Salesman of the in the history of Boeing? I've sold more Boeing planes than any man in history by far, probably over 1,000.
Trump isn't autistic, he's narcissistic. Stop saying that. No, I think he's autistic, dude. I think he's autistic. Yeah, let me show you why I think he's autistic. Where is it? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You want to know why I think Trump is autistic? This moment. This is right after Charlie Kirk died. Says, I'm sorry about the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. How are you holding up?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the...
Mr. President, how are you feeling after the assassination of your close friend? Look at my hard hat. Look at the trucks. Oh, I'm building a ballroom, and we're gonna, ooh, and then we're gonna, ah! Bro, that's classic autism. That's classic fucking autism. You know, like some people got train autism. Some people got plane autism. This guy's got construction autism. He's got Bob the Builder autism. For real. On God.
White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty. It'll be an absolutely magnificent structure. And I just see all the trucks. We just started, so it'll get done very nicely. And
Yeah, no, this guy's autistic. This guy's fucking autistic.
Over 1,000 planes. I said, that's the good news. But why should they wait 3-4 years to get it? And, he's a violent guy. And the problem is the fake news. That's why I like being on. I'd much rather do live television than do non-live because, when they say, as an example in my speech, peacefully and patriotically.
He's got narcissism. That's what he's got. Narcissism. He's a narcissistic autist. He's an autistic narcissist. He's got narcism. Narcissism.
To the Capitol, peacefully and patriotically. Do you know that the Unselect Committee didn't report it, that I said those words? Do you know that the news never reported the words walk or march peacefully and patriotically to the Capitol? Do you know they never reported it? It's a scandal. The Unselect Committee never reported that. They never reported that Nancy Pelosi was offered 10,000 soldiers, National Guard soldiers, whatever you want. No.
Dude, you were the president. You were still the president of the United States. Only you could deploy the National Guard, you fucking idiot. You were the president on January 6th, 2021. You're so fucking stupid. Oh my God.
No, I don't want them. And the mayor. The mayors were in writing. She was more honorable about it. But Nancy got caught when her daughter did a documentary. She's a documentariist. And she has her mother saying, it's my fault. I should have taken the soldiers or something. I saw that in the documentary. I said, whoa, this was a major story. Has she spoken to her daughter since that, But they just, they are vicious people, even on the attack. And it was an amazing...
Oh, I love that comment. Chatter says, how many times has socialism worked out in history? Name one socialist nation that didn't have CIA involvement. Every single time a nation turned socialist, the United States of America sent its military and its CIA to fuck over that nation to ensure the fact that there is no successful socialism so that the Americans who live under the capitalist boot on their fucking neck can't point to that nation and say, oh my God, there is a better way. Now, you can point to social democracies like the Scandinavian region, places like Denmark, who literally have a better quality of life than us, and Americans point to that all the time and go, why don't we do something like that? There was no CIA involvement in Scandinavian countries. So please, I would love to know. Please tell me one socialist nation that did not have CIA involvement or American interventionism. I would love to know. Please tell me, Ares 6075. Inform us. Inform us. Tell us. Tell us. Come on. Come on. Pretend to be brave. Pretend to be brave. Name one. Name one. Nothing? Nothing? Nothing at all? That's interesting. Can't say nothing? Nothing? Yeah, that's what I assumed. That's what I assumed. Case closed. Fuck, there's a baby in the hallway.
I like religious people. It usually means they're more honest. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. I've had some real religious ones that did numbers on me, and I said, I'm going to get them someday. They got me by surprise, but it's usually good, okay, right? And his name is Mike Johnson, Speaker Mike Johnson.
Oh, God.
He has my complete and total endorsement. Stand up, Speaker. Religion really, I was really saddened by his passing and was thinking about not even doing the speech in his honor. But then I decided that I have to do it in his honor.
He's talking about some dead GOP congressman. Fucking rest in piss, bitch.
Do it in his honor because...
Thank you for the $10.
He would have wanted it that way. He would have wanted it that way. He would have said, do that speech. Are you kidding me? Do the speech, big guy. But he was a fantastic person. Man, that was a quick one. I don't know. Tremendous sorrow at the loss of a great member, a great, great, great member, Congressman Doug LaMalfa, who passed away yesterday, as you probably have heard.
We got a thumbie here? You made a thumbie already? Let me see. Oh, I'm not doing that. I can't sign in. Do you have it without me having to sign in? I don't know my fucking password anymore. Hold on. Doing a password reset. Okay. All right, I'm in. Let me try that link one more time. Now that link isn't working. Yeah, that link ain't working.
Heard. And he was the leader of the Western Caucus.
Email me that, Jack. Email me that.
Champion on California water issues. He was great on water. He wanted.
And don't make it say he's more insane. Can you change that to say canceling elections? Make it say canceling elections. Or in fact, keep that. I need 3. You know how it works. Whoever is making these, keep the he's more insane. Make one say he's canceling elections, and then make another one that says the Mad King. Make one say the Mad King. So keep that one. I want 2 more, the exact same one. I want one of them to say the Mad King and the other one to say he's canceling elections. Got it? Got it?
Say that when you win the presidency, you lose the midterm. So you're all brilliant people. Most of you are in this business longer than me. That makes me smarter than you. Because look where I am, right? No, it doesn't. But I wish you could explain to me what the hell's going on with the mind of the public, because we have the right policy. They don't. They have a horrible policy. They do stick together. They're violent. They're vicious. You know, they're vicious people. But I want to thank you all. You're special, special people. And I want to just say that, I announced I was coming over here, and I said, I love those Republicans.
The premier of Greenland and the premier of Denmark and other Danish officials are responding to a Twitter post from your wife, Katie Miller, herself a former Trump White House official, showing Greenland covered with an American flag.
All right, I think we're good. I think we have plenty.
But
wait, is he still live? Oh my God, he's fucking live now. He's live right now.
And then, no, it has to be a living, breathing person. And then if I could get a genius, it would be good. And we got a guy who is so good. He's been, I think, are you happy with him? I think so. Stand up, Rob. He's great.
Thank you, Jack.
I said, where does he come from? He's like a senator, state senator or something. I said, all right. I spoke to him one time. I said, you're accepted. But little did I realize how good he was. You did a great job. You've done a great job, and the people love him. So he has done a great job. I just want to say this. I haven't read one word on this thing. Who
Jesus.
the hell else could do this? And I think I gave you something. It's just a roadmap, and it's a roadmap to victory. You have so many good nuggets. You have to use them. If you can sell them, we're going to win, because we've won 2 races in like 50 years. It's, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but just don't fight it. It doesn't make sense. There've been 2, and they were unusual circumstances. So whether it's a Republican or Democrat, whoever wins the presidency, the other party wins the midterm, and it doesn't make sense, because we've had the most successful year probably in the history. They say.
Oh my God,
now
he
you
actually
add what
believes it.
happened
He actually
essentially
believes
yesterday.
this.
We've had the most successful first year of any president in history.
He actually
And it
believes
should be
this.
a positive, and make it a positive. So with that, I leave you. I do. And I started by saying I love you all, and I'll end by saying I love you. You're amazing people. What you do for this country is incredible, and thank you all very much. Thank you.
It is copyrighted. I can't do that for much longer, otherwise I'm gonna get my fucking channel deleted. Yo, he's so fucking gay. He's so fucking gay. He's our first gay retarded president. Like, that's a gay man. That's a gay man. That is a gay man. For sure. For sure. And he's just kaput. His brain is soup. His brain is fucking potato soup, dude. His brain is fucking potato soup. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable, dude. Unreal. The R word? Yep. Dropped it. Cancel me. Dropped it hard on the floor. I'll tell you this, that is the only man on planet Earth that I ever use the R word for. That motherfucker right there. Oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get these links compiled in a good order. Think of it, the $20. All right, so we'll start off with Katie Miller. We'll move on to her Nazi husband and his reaction. We're going to talk about the U.S. threatening Greenland. Talk about this with X in the background. Yeah, Trump Kennedy Center. Excuse me. Oh, he's hitting the Tylenol thing again. Thank you for the $5. What does a Goopa gotta do for an Arc-rated stream around here? Sheesh. Who knows? Maybe I'll stream Arc. I don't know. Find out. And we'll go through Aaron's posts here. Let's see if I could find this on Twitter.
Think of it, nobody was killed, and on the other side, a lot of people were killed. Unfortunately, I say that, soldiers. Cubans, mostly Cubans, but many, many killed. And they knew we were coming, and they were protected, and our guys weren't, you know.
Terry says, I would explain what I meant, but you're kind of busy in the stream. You're clearly tense. Love the passion, though, but I'm genuine with what I believe. Don't try to attack. I just wanted to get a feel. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Oh, you want to get a feel of what I believe? I'm a socialist. You know, I'm a part of the dirtbag left. I believe that we should increase the taxes of the Epstein class, the 1%, and use that money to create social safety programs for the most marginalized people in our communities. I believe in democratizing the workforce. I think that the proletariat, the workforce of this nation, the working class, has had the boot of the billionaire class on our neck for far too long. What else? I believe in universal basic income. I believe in universal health care. I believe in universal child care, increasing the minimum wage, all things that would make the life of the average working class voter better. Chris, don't engage with that one? Well, I mean, he asked, so yeah. That's what I believe. Empowering the working class. Pretty simple, if you ask me. Right? Pretty simple if you ask me. Does that clarify for you, Tori? Make dirtbag leftist a t-shirt? I probably should. You were saying all that about trans people? Oh, fucking asshole. Oh, yeah, I'm fervently anti-Zionist. I fucking hate Zionists. Well, I mean, listen, I'm anti-imperialist. I'm anti-colonialist. Zionism, at its core, is imperialism. It is colonization. It is genocide. It is apartheid. You know, so I don't support anything having to do with Zionism. You heard? You heard me? No, we haven't made the vid. We're going to make the vid right now. I have to fill up my coffee real quick. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Y'all ready to make a video? Y'all ready to make a video? Because I think we're good to go. Let me just double check ACYN real quick. Thank you for the $20. If Congress never says we're officially at war with your knowledge, does that mean we'll still have an election asking for a potential write-in candidacy? I couldn't really tell you if we're going to have an election or not. We're in unprecedented times. We have no idea what this man is going to do, but I can tell you to not put anything past him. 3 weeks ago, if I told you Donald Trump is going to invade Venezuela, murder 100 civilians, and kidnap Nicolas Maduro, you would not believe me. you would say, listen, he's crazy, but he's not that crazy. Turns out he is. Whatever you can imagine Trump doing, he'll do. Okay? And there are things that you could not imagine him doing, and he'll do it. Okay? There's no telling you what the fuck this guy's gonna do because he's actually insane. Oh my God, that's me in your profile picture. He's actually insane. Okay?
But you have to let no money for the insurance companies. You know, I'm going to meet with the insurance companies. I said, I'm going to meet with them because I met with the prescription drug companies. And that's when I found out what was going on with the fact that we were paying 10 and 13 and 14 times more money than Europe and other places.
That's because they have socialized healthcare, you dumb bastard. Oh my fucking God.
ID the other day, and the guy was a fool. He looked like an idiot. This is the same kind of an issue. Less 20 or 30, and ours would go from $13 down to, meaning $130 down to 20 or 30. So it's a huge drop for us. Now, depending on the way you calculate it, it could be thousands of percent down. It could also be 90% and 80%. You know, there's two ways of calculating. I don't know if you know. They said Donald Trump exaggerated. Now, there are two ways of calculating it. But calculate it at 80, 90%. But the other way is more accurate, like 900%, because that's what it really is.
Oh my God, he's so fucking stupid. All right, let's make a video. Let's make a video. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to make a video? We got a chatter here. All you do is sit at your screen and react, bro. What are you doing to fight fascism? Anything less than a citizen's arrest of Trump is excuse. Well, I know I'm doing more than you. I know that I'm actually trying to create a movement. I know that I'm trying to convert MAGA voters into functioning members of society. But I do know for a fact I'm doing more than you are to help destroy the Trump regime. So, cope, mauled, seethe. I don't give a fuck. I make more money than your dad sitting here at this fucking computer. Anyway, let's make a video. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? This guy goes, you got a citizen to arrest Donald Trump. Anyway, y'all ready? You're calling MAGA inferior. All humans are equal. You're right. All humans are equal. MAGA voters are subhuman vermin. They're not fucking human beings and they shouldn't be treated as such. Does that clarify it for you? Does that make it better for you? That I don't consider them to be fucking human beings? Does that clarify for you? I hope it does. All right, you all ready? Now are y'all ready? Now are y'all ready? Ready? All right, let's make a video. So Trump wants to invade Greenland and dissolve all of NATO. And then in the meantime, I have clips of him from his GOP retreat. It's all of our Republican congressmen hanging out at some fucking cabin in the woods where they plow each other up the ass because they're all closeted homosexuals. But he's talking there and he was saying, we're going to cancel the election. There's not going to be an election. And then he started, you know, sticking out his tongue and going, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's just insane. We also got Stephen Miller's pig slut of a wife just posting an image of Greenland occupied by the United States, and then Stephen Miller, the bald Jewish Nazi, he started squealing like a fucking pig, talking to Jake Tapper on CNN, going, the United States of America actually needs to hold Greenland, and Denmark has no rightful claim to the land of Greenland. So, okay, we're in the era of, like, imperialism and colonization, you know, like, American imperialism is back on the fucking menu, boys. NATO is going to dissolve and we are going to lose all of our allies. This nation is going to crumble by the year 2030. We have a lot to talk about, but I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti Vod. I'm a dirtbag leftist. I'm a socialist. I fucking hate fascism. If you do want to support this channel financially, please do, because, you know, you don't get really rewarded by the algorithms if you're a dissident of the regime. So you can help me out for free by liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. That costs you nothing. If you do want to help this channel financially, because this is real independent media and I've never had a conversation with a sponsor, an advertiser, a billionaire, a PAC, a government, you'll never see me do an ad read. If you do want to help me out financially, you can buy merch like the Democratic Socialist poster, the Duty Calls merch line, the Valenti Videos mugs. We got a whole bunch of shit down below. You can also click the thanks button to tip me directly. You can click the join button to become a member, and you can donate to me on Patreon. You can $1, $2, $5, whatever you want. Huge shouts out to everybody who's ever donated a dollar to this channel. You have made this grassroots funded media possible, and I really do appreciate you. And thank you for 138,000 subscribers. And without further ado, let's just dive right the fuck into the news. So Katie Miller, the pig slut whore wife of Stephen Miller, the bald Jewish Nazi head of the Gestapo, she posts this on Twitter. And as you can see, it's Greenland, but colonized by the United States. Kennedy Channel, Greenland ice sheet, you know, like red, white, and blue all over it. So she posts that and says the word soon, right? And now we're going to watch her bald Jewish Nazi husband on CNN squealing like a little fucking pig, saying that it is absolutely we have to take over Greenland. A quick reminder to everybody in the United States military. If you move forward with illegal actions, we will hold you accountable. You will not be thanked for your service. Any United States military member that participated in the bombing of Venezuela or will participate in the conquering of Greenland and Mexico and Colombia and Cuba, all of this was announced by Donald Trump, okay? Facts don't care about your feelings. Trump said, we are going to take over Colombia, we're going to take over Cuba, we are going to take over Mexico, we are going to take over Canada, we're going to take over Greenland. He wants to take over the entire Western Hemisphere. He calls it the Monroe Doctrine, sort of like the Monroe Doctrine. So now we're going to watch squealing, bald, Jewish Nazi pig Stephen Miller on CNN here.
Important topic, the premier of Greenland and the premier of Denmark and other Danish officials.
Friendly reminder, this guy got cucked by Elon Musk. Elon Musk fucked his pig slut of a wife right in front of him.
Responding to a Twitter post from your wife, Katie Miller, herself a former Trump White House official, showing Greenland covered with an American flag, saying soon. After that was posted, President Trump repeated the claim that the U.S. needs Greenland for national security reasons. The Danish Prime Minister responded to this in an interview earlier today, as reported by Bloomberg, quote, I believe one should take the American president seriously.
I'll show you this. This is a New York Times article here. So the Prime Minister, Mette Frederiksen of Denmark, said a couple of things regarding Trump's warmongering and threatening to invade Greenland. She said this: if the United States were to choose to attack another NATO country, then everything would come to an end. The international community as we know it, democratic rules of the game, NATO itself would come to an end. The world's strongest defensive alliance, all of that would collapse if one NATO country chose to attack the other. Now, it is important to note that Donald has been talking about dissolving NATO since he was running. He has always wanted to dissolve NATO. He believes that that NATO only is strong because of the United States. And what's funny is it's the opposite. The United States is only strong because of NATO. We are only powerful because of our allies. And Donald wants to destroy all relationships with our allies and create relationships with Vladimir Putin and Bibi Netanyahu. Now, this is because, we've talked about this before, all three of them are dictators trying to expand their spheres of influence. Donald, the dictator, wants to expand his sphere of influence in the Western Hemisphere. He wants to conquer all of Canada. He wants to conquer all of South America, right? Putin wants to expand his sphere of influence in Europe. He wants to conquer the entirety of Europe and recreate the Russian Empire. Bibi Netanyahu wants to expand his sphere of influence in the Middle East. He wants to conquer all of the Middle East. Now, there's a fourth dictator, that is Xi Jinping. He is not involved in this trifecta, this arc trios, right? Now, Xi Jinping is reading the room right now, seeing how international law is being thrown out the fucking window. America is not following international law, so why should China? And China has been gearing up to invade Taiwan for like 20 fucking years. They ran a drill, I think, 2 weeks ago. But it seems like we're moving into an era of 4 different dictators expanding their spheres of influence across the entire planet because everybody is a warmonger now. Somebody says BS coward. So the right wing has reached the point where they're plugging their ears and closing their eyes and going, la 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 la, that's not true, that's not real. Now, as we've talked about before, anybody who still supports Donald Trump is a cultist. They're an inferior vermin. They're subhuman. They're in a cult. They are not capable of critical thinking. They are not capable of logic. They are not capable of reasoning. This is why when Trump was running, he said, we're going to end the wars on day one. It's going to be an era of peace. No new wars. No new wars. We're going to fix the affordability crisis. And then they were all like, yay! And then when he became president, he said, I'm bombing Iran. We're bombing Venezuela. I'm bombing Cuba. I'm bombing Yemen. I'm bombing Somalia. I'm bombing Lebanon. Oh, we're going to reinvade Bagram Air Base. We're going to invade Venezuela. Affordability is a Democrat hoax. We're not releasing the Epstein files. And those same people said, yay! This is my point. They are in a cult. They do not actually have beliefs. Their belief is whatever the Fuhrer says is truth. And the Fuhrer can say the sky is red one day and the sky is blue the next. And they'll go, you're right, mein Fuhrer, you're right. So again, I would just like to reiterate the fact. Anybody and everybody who still supports Donald Trump is inferior. They are subhuman. They are evil. They are cruel. They do not deserve the same rights as you. You should not treat them equally. They do not deserve to be treated equally. Anyway, so the premier of Denmark said that if the United States were to choose to attack NATO, everything would come to an end, including NATO itself. And now we're going to talk about, oh, what did I just do? Did I get rid of that fucking video? I probably did. Shit. Oh, shit. Let me pull it up. I accidentally X'd it out. We're going to watch Stephen Miller on CNN. Stephen Miller, Greenland, CNN. It's a short one. Here it is.
The Premier of Greenland and the Premier of Denmark and other Danish officials are responding to a Twitter post from your wife, Katie Miller, herself a former Trump White House official, showing Greenland covered with an American flag, saying soon. After that was posted, President Trump repeated the claim that the U.S. needs Greenland for national security reasons. The Danish Prime Minister...
As we watch him, I want you to, every once in a while, pay attention to chat, because I want to give you an example of one of these inferior rat people. There's someone in the chat named Jorge Ortiz, which is funny because that sounds like a Latino name. So there's a race traitor in the chat who's also a bootlicking cuck, fully supports everything that Trump does. I want you to watch as this bootlicking cuck defends and denies that we are going to invade Greenland. He will both say that we should invade Greenland, and he will say that we are not going to invade Greenland. Again, proving my point, this is a cult.
Responded to this in an interview earlier today, as reported by Bloomberg, quote, I believe one should take the American president seriously when he says it wants Greenland, but I will also make it clear that if the U.S. chooses to attack another NATO country militarily, then everything stops, including NATO, and thus the security that has been established since the end of the Second World War. Can you rule out that the U.S. is ever going to try to take Greenland by force?
Well, let me go back a step. The president has been clear for months now, so I know you're treating this as breaking news. The president has been clear for months now that the United States should be the nation that...
I also want to point out that this bald Nazi Jewish fuck actually has the worst lisp I've ever seen. He talks like a valley girl and he can't pronounce his S's.
Has Greenland as part of our overall security apparatus. The United
right, but
States,
your wife posted that like hours after the Venezuela operation.
No, but
that's why it's newly relevant.
No, I'm not, and I'll talk with you about it for an hour. I think it's a really important conversation. I just wanted to reset, Jake, by making clear that it has been the formal position of the U.S. government since the beginning of this administration, frankly, going back into the previous Trump administration, that Greenland should be part of the United States. The president has been very clear about that. That is the formal position of the U.S. government.
Right, but can you say that military action against Greenland is off the table?
No, he can't say that because it is on the table. We are going to invade Greenland.
It wouldn't be military action against Greenland.
It would be military action for Greenland. We're actually saving them. I'm dropping a bomb on you because I love you.
Greenland has a population of 30,000 people, Jake. The real question is, by what right does Denmark assert control over Greenland?
Denmark asserts control because they purchased Greenland, I think 120 fucking years ago.
What is the basis of their territorial claim?
The same basis that we have to fucking Alaska. The same basis. We purchased Alaska. It was Russian territory until we bought it. The Danes bought Greenland. You fucking moron. Oh my God.
What is their basis of having Greenland as a colony of Denmark? The United States is the power of NATO.
And also, let me make something clear. Greenlanders want to be Greenlanders. They don't want to be American. They don't even want to be fucking Danish. They want to be their own sovereign nation. You stupid fucking, if there's anything that the American people should be able to relate to, it's having a fucking monarch. There's a king in Denmark, having a monarch have the boot on the neck of you, a colony, and wanting your own sovereignty. But no, instead, America has abandoned all fucking beliefs of sovereignty and freedom and democracy and liberty and justice for all, and go, instead of them ruling over them, we should rule over them because we're strong enough and it's the law of the jungle now, baby.
For the United States to secure the Arctic region, the real question is, by what right does Denmark assert control over Greenland? What is the basis of their territorial claim? What is their basis of having Greenland as a colony of Denmark? The United States is the power of NATO. For the United States to secure the Arctic region, to protect
the Arctic, it's the Arctic region. Enunciate, you lisping fuck.
And defend NATO and NATO interests, obviously Greenland should be part of the United States.
By the way, this is how they feel about the entire Western Hemisphere. Like, both Americas, all of it, Canada and every nation in South America, this is genuinely how they believe.
And so that's a conversation that we're going to have as a country. That's a process we're going to have as a community of nations.
So you can't take it off the table that the U.S. would use military force to seize Greenland. You can't.
Look at that fucking smile.
I understand, Jake. I understand you're trying very hard to, which again is your job. I respect it. It's great to get exactly the headline, right? That catchy headline.
I'm trying to get an answer to the question.
That says Miller refuses to rule out.
You are literally refusing to rule out military intervention to take over Greenland. You can't just say, listen, I know that you're trying to report on what I'm saying, but I'm not going to say it even though I just said it. Are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking serious? Before we move on, I'm going to click play, but now that we were like almost done with the video, watch this, or almost done with this. So, Jorge, do you support U.S. military intervention in Greenland? Because it's happening, you're listening to it happening, so I'm going to assume you're going to support it because the regime says it's good, therefore it's good, and you're literally in a cult.
Which again, is your job. I respect it. It's great to get exactly the headline, right? That catchy headline.
I'm trying to get an answer to the question.
That says Miller refuses to rule out
Jorge says no. Oh, so you oppose the Trump regime? You oppose the Trump regime? Is that what you're saying, Jorge? You oppose the Trump regime?
The United States should have
Greenland
as part of the United States. There's no need to even think or talk about this in the context that you're asking of a military operation. Nobody's going to fight the United States.
I was never a MAGA. That's what he says. So guys, again, expect this. We've talked about this before. People are going to pretend like they never supported Donald because of how terrible of a president he is. In about 10 to 15 years, it's going to be very hard to find somebody who will openly admit that they voted for Donald Trump all 3 times. They're going to get rid of their hats. They're going to get rid of their merch. They're going to pretend like they never fucking voted for him because it's embarrassing. And it is, and you should be embarrassed. I do understand why you're pretending like you never supported him. I do understand that.
Militarily over the future of Greenland. So
One last question,
Stephen.
Stephen.
Make any sense.
One last question.
All right, so Stephen Miller just literally just explained to us how we are going to invade Greenland, and then we talked about how the Danes, Denmark, they're like literally saying NATO will dissolve if you attack Greenland, which is true, which is 100% true. We've talked about this before. NATO has Article 5, right, which is if one NATO nation is attacked, all NATO nations are attacked, and we have to fight together. But we don't know what to do if a NATO country attacks another NATO country, because it's almost like a NATO civil war. Will half of them take one side and half take the other? Will all of them defend the one who is being attacked, or will they side with the aggressor because of the level of strength that the United States actually has? If NATO dissolves, Trump will create an alliance with the United States, Russia, Israel, and Israel. He will 100% do that because don't forget, Jeffrey Epstein, Mossad agent, he gathered so much blackmail. He's got video footage of Donald Trump fucking children because Donald Trump is a sex trafficking pedophile. He also participated in the, allegedly, the murder of a child that they threw the body into Lake Michigan after gang raping a 13-year-old. But anyway, that's what we're at now. The Axis powers are coming back, but the United States of America is going to be included in it. I want to just show you just how much of a joke the United States has become. So Trump, obviously, he wants to be Obama. They all want to be fucking Obama. They want those pictures in the Situation Room when we were capturing bin Laden. And what we do have instead is a bullshit see-through black tarp or black curtain put together in Mar-a-Lago, creating the facade of a Situation Room. And we have alcoholic Fox News host Pete Hegseth, and he's got Twitter in the background, and it says Venezuela. Now, this is because Pete Hegseth and the fascist regime, they're all influencers. They don't actually have plans for geopolitics. What they do care about is to make sure that they're like shitting in their hands, clapping SEAL supporters are all down for the funk, okay? This is why the CIA deployed tens of thousands of bots as soon as we attacked Venezuela to help manufacture consent for the American invasion. Just so you know, Trump said it himself, we are staying in Venezuela. We are staying there for years. It is a vassal state now. We are doing a boots on the ground invasion while oil barons set up their oil operation to farm the minerals from the soil of Venezuela without giving the Venezuelan people a single fucking bite, a single fucking crumb. But yeah, they're on X just looking up Venezuela because we have an actual joke of a regime, a complete fucking joke. Donald obviously is spamming on Truth Social as he always does, but he was giving a speech at the Trump Kennedy Center where he spoke to House Republicans, and it is just, I have some clips for you. It is some of the most embarrassing shit I've ever fucking seen.
They are mean and smart, but fortunately for you, they have horrible policy.
He's talking about Democrats.
They can be smart as can be, but when they want open borders, when they want, as I said, men and women's sports, when they want transgender for everyone, bring your kids in, we're going to change the sex of your child.
Not what transgenderism is. You can't change somebody's sex, you stupid bastard.
Just send them our way. In some cases, like in Minnesota, they don't even tell the parents. Is that right? And nobody believes it when I say it. I think we have 6 states. Nobody, am I correct? Okay, Tom Emmer said yes, so. But it's true. Where the kid comes back, they keep the kid. They operate on the kid. They don't tell the parents.
None of this is true, by the way.
It's not believable.
Yeah, because it's not true.
We have great, solid.
Don't worry, there's so much more.
But you got to win the midterms. Because if we don't win the midterms, it's just going to be, I mean, they'll find a reason to impeach me.
You've already been impeached twice, brother. It doesn't fucking matter. You're going to be impeached the 3rd time.
I'll get impeached. We don't impeach them. You know why? Because they're meaner than we are. We should.
Yeah, they're meaner than you are. Meanwhile, you literally murdered 100 Venezuelan citizens, invaded their nation, bombed their land, and kidnapped their president.
We've impeached Joe Biden for 100 different things. Companies. I'm meeting with them all.
Oil
I'm also
companies.
meeting with oil companies. Let's go. You know what that's about. We've got a lot of oil to drill, which is going to bring down oil prices even further. But company.
Dude, oh, by the way, if you think that invading Venezuela is going to lower the price of gasoline, you are actually a fucking dipshit.
But you can own healthcare. Figure it out. Let the money go directly to the people. It goes in a healthcare account. There are numerous things you can do, but you have to let no money for the insurance companies. I'm going to meet with the insurance companies. I said, I'm going to meet with them because I met with the prescription drug companies. And that's when I found out what was going on with them.
He's so fucking stupid. You're going to see a clip of him claiming that he lowered the prices of prescription drugs by 1,000%, which would literally mean that the pharmacist is handing you money when he gives you the drugs. Here's your drugs, and here's $300. Now, the thing is, the average MAGA voter will think that's real because I've told you, they're literally inferior.
The fact that we were paying 10 and 13 and 14 times more money than Europe and other places.
Yes, because Europe has most European nations have a socialized healthcare system, you fucking moron.
And the other thing is fertilization. They're trying to hit us on fertilization.
What the fuck are you talking about? This is pro-natalist bullshit from Elon Musk.
They were dead on fertilization when I got a call from a very wonderful young senator from Alabama saying they had just lost a case. And the case, I've never been met with such scorn. Friends of hers were just going crazy. And I said, explain the issue to me. And it was on IVF, the fertilization. And
of course, he's obsessed with fucking IVF, these pro-natalist losers.
The loss of a great member, a great member.
I was talking about some fucking stupid, dead Republican congressman. Rest in piss, bitch boy. Oh, this is my favorite clip. Check this out.
I want to really, yeah. Really, yeah.
Hey, MAGA, this is your guy, right? This is your big, humble, strong leader, right? This is your guy, right? I'll let it play. Don't worry, it gets worse.
But she gets it, and
let's play that again. Hey, MAGA, this is your big, strong guy, right? This is your big, strong leader, right? This is the guy that, like, you call daddy, right? You homoerotic fucking losers. Me when I shoot a fucking nut. That's probably what it sounded like when Bill Clinton was fucking him up his ass.
Drops the thing, walks off the stage crying. Her mother's crying, her father's crying. Guy gets up.
He's trying to talk about an Algerian boxer who was literally a female. Like, and this isn't debatable. He's talking about an Algerian boxer who was born a female and is still a female who beat another female in a boxing tournament. And he's claiming that she was transgender. And she's just not. She's just not.
He said, have you lifted before? A little bit. And he walks up, he could have gone.
He keeps saying he, but he's talking about a woman who's literally not trans.
I think it was 112 pounds, huh? It's crazy. Or the beautiful boxer. They have boxing now. And that they have a young gentleman who transitioned.
Nope.
He's a very good boxer.
You're wrong. She did not transition. She was born a woman, and she's still a woman.
Wanted to be a woman, which is,
Kinda hot, like it. Oh, she wanted to be a woman, which, I kind of like it.
To be a woman, which is,
Kinda hot.
To each his own. Because I want to be very liberal when it comes to these subjects. I'm trying to get that vote. It's not an easy vote to get.
By the way, if you're transgender and you vote for Donald Trump, I genuinely wish you the worst. I hope you get fucking deported.
It's very tough for me to get it. But he transitioned, and he transitioned. And the girl was a champion boxer from Italy, remember? She got up, first round. He hit her, boom, with a left. A left, for those, everybody here knows about. But a left, Lisa knows better than anybody. But a left is defense. He goes, boom. She's like, oh my. She walked to the corner, remember? She didn't go down.
What did he smoke? He didn't smoke anything. He has dementia, and he's autistic. Like, what? He didn't smoke it. This is who Donald Trump is. He's a perfect representation of the right wing. I can tell you that much. He truly does represent the right wing voting bloc.
You did everything else, but she said, I've never been hit like that before. I don't want to go out again. You can do it. You can do it. Bang. She walked off. She said, he happened to win.
Somebody said, bro, he's sundowning. It's fucking 11 in the morning when this is filmed. It's 11 in the morning. This is just who he is.
The gold medal, that young woman. He won the gold medal. There were two transition people, they both won gold medals. The whole thing is ridiculous. You have policy on your side. They don't have policy on your side.
You have no policy, bro. Your policy is might makes right, law of the jungle, conquer the entire Western Hemisphere.
Right? You have policy. And I saw this guy fighting like...
It's unfucking believable. We got more.
But I'm also impressed with his fight. Now we have to close the deal, Jim. We got to close the deal. Close that deal. But the right... So, you know, I respect... I saw Jim, and the first time I met Jim, I looked at him, and I said, tough-looking guy. But I noticed the ears. They were a little rough.
You know what I don't notice on your ears? A bullet wound.
They were a little bit of a rough. Some people would say a little cauliflower on that ear. They said, Jim, have you wrestled before? Yes, I did. Where? Was it Ohio State? Something like, he was an All-American at Ohio State. I said, yeah, I could sort of tell. I look at the ears and I can sort of tell. But have you had plastic surgery on your ears, Jim, now? Because they look better now than they did the first time.
Dude, we have an actual mad king as the president. By the way, all of this stupid rambling is while we are invading Venezuela and threatening to invade the entire Western Hemisphere. The entire fucking Western Hemisphere.
But Andrew Jackson was treated horribly. He was a great general and a good president.
He literally did a genocide on the Native Americans famously for the Trail of Tears, bro. He murdered millions of Native Americans.
So bad that his wife died. I mean, his wife died. They were horrible.
Bro, your fucking wife died. Your wife died. Oh my God, dude.
But I just saw a report came out the other day. I blow them away. He never got impeached twice. I got impeached twice on nothing. On a perfect phone call, remember? Perfect phone call. Tim Scott, who's a great guy, great, wonderful guy, South Carolina.
Yeah, not only did your wife die, but you buried her on your own fucking golf course so you could avoid paying taxes because now it's officially a cemetery. You're one of the most sick, twisted motherfuckers that has ever been born.
Straight guy, right? He is a good guy, good person. He's an honest person. He read a transcript. Thank goodness I had a transcript. Essentially, the call was taped because they tape calls. I didn't even know. So was that call taped? Yes, sir. I said, oh, well, bring it down. I don't even know. And we read the transcript. It was perfect. It was so good. I told Ukraine not to cheat. And if you see any cheating, report it to the Attorney General of the United States.
What the fuck is he even rambling about? This is because he went off script, by the way. He's got two teleprompters over here, and earlier he said, I'm going to go off the teleprompter. I don't care about the crazy teleprompter. Is that okay with you? And then starts fucking rambling about the most delusional, demented shit you could imagine.
That was my call. They said, he was trying to intimidate. All I said is, don't cheat. And we have a signed agreement that Ukraine can't cheat. You know that. It's the only country we have actually a signed.
Chatter says, I didn't vote for Dementia Donnie, but you think Kamala was going to do better? Yes. Yes, I do. I think she would have been a shit president, but I don't think she would have started fucking World War III. I don't think she would have invaded Venezuela. I don't think she would have threatened to invade Greenland, Mexico, Cuba, and Colombia. I don't think she would have bombed Iran at the behest of Israel. I don't think she would have bombed Lebanon at the behest of Israel. I don't think she would have bombed Yemen at the behest of Israel. I don't think she would have bombed Syria at the behest of Israel. I don't think she would have started a fucking tariff war and crippled the U.S. economy. You fucking inferior dipshit, dude. I don't know what I can say to get through your skull because you're a cultist. You are a cultist. You will never criticize this motherfucker because you're not capable of critical thinking. You have to get it from somebody else. You don't know how to critically think. So you wait until the fucking Fuhrer tells you what to think, and that's your new mindset, bro. You are an inferior cretin. I can't help you. I cannot help you.
All I said is don't cheat. And we have a signed agreement that Ukraine can't cheat. You know that. It's the only country we have actually a signed. They violated the agreement many times, I would tell you. You'll find out. I was right about that, too.
Jesus Christ, dude. He's so hard to listen to.
Intel came in. They had a problem. I said, I can solve the problem, but I think you should give the United States 10% of your company. He goes, whoa. I said, yeah.
He literally is talking about socialism. He's talking about nationalizing Intel. Like, this motherfucker has managed to convince his voting bloc that socialism is communism and communism is evil. Meanwhile, he's also saying, we're going to do a little bit of socialism when it comes to Intel. Is that okay? And they're like, no. Same fucking people, the same MAGA voters, they collect Social Security. They take more government assistance than any other fucking group of people. Red states take more government assistance money, like government assistance programs, SNAP benefits, food stamps, all that shit. They take more of it than any other fucking state. Meanwhile, they're advocating to get rid of it. Like, Republican voters literally advocate for their own fucking demise. It's unbelievable.
I can help you with the problem, but you got to give the United States, not me.
Jorge says, I don't want to talk because everything I say, you guys, oh, it's gone. You said something about like everything I say, you guys take negative. Bro, that's because everything you say is incorrect. You're a moron. You're a fucking idiot. You're a bootlicking cuck. You will always support the Fuhrer. You will never abandon him. You're like a plankton bucket hat wearing cultist.
Sometimes I'll say, give me, but when I say me, I'm talking about, I'd love to accept it, but I don't think that law enforcement would like that, right? I'm very cognizant of law enforcement, perhaps more than anybody in history.
Really? Is that why your supporters tried to murder the Capitol Police when you attempted to overthrow the United States government exactly 5 years ago today? Is that what you're talking about?
I want to really, yeah.
Yeah, let's play that again.
I want to really, yeah. What you got?
Unfucking believable, bro. Anybody who's still in support of this man is literally inferior. You should not be treating them equally at all.
Emmanuel said to me, Donald, you have a deal. I would love to increase my prescription drug prices by 200% or whatever. I would love to do it. It'd be such an honor. Whatever you want, Donald, please. Don't tell the population. Please, Donald, I beg you. Every country said the same thing. No, 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 we will not do this. Some were strong, some were very nice, some were rude. But they all said...
When was this? Today.
One thing, no, we won't. And within, I'd say on average, 3.2 minutes, they were all saying, we would be honored to quadruple our drug prices.
You hear that, MAGA voter? He's flexing the fact that your medication for your fucking type 2 diabetes is going to be quadruple the price. He doesn't care about you. He actually hopes you fucking suffer because he wants civil unrest so he can invoke the Insurrection Act and then he can deploy the military nationwide. And that's not me saying it. He said this yesterday. He said this. We covered it already. And I know, MAGA voter, you're going to plug your ears, close your eyes and go, no, he didn't, no, he didn't, no, he didn't. But facts don't care about your feelings. They simply don't. This motherfucker never cared about you, and you fell for it because you're stupid. Because you are stupid. And you are stupid. If you voted for Donald Trump, you are stupid. I need you to understand that.
So we would be honored to quadruple our prices if that's what you like. We want to make you happy. Okay. Therefore, I will not charge you a tariff, and you're going to increase your drug prices by 3 times what they were paying 2 days ago, right? And we have...
Chatter says this streamer is too stupid to understand that this makes American medicine cheaper than foreign medicine, except he's not lowering the price of American medicine whatsoever. He works in tandem with Big Pharma. They donated millions of dollars to his campaign. Again, this is my point. You're stupid. You're very easily duped. You genuinely think that your life is going to get better because of this. The $30,000 a year that you make while living in your fucking trailer is not going to change, you bootlicking cuck.
Now, favored nation. You think Biden could do that? I don't think so. Think Biden ever thought of it?
Dude, like, he's stupid, but his fucking supporters are even more stupid than he is.
So you're going to do it, Emmanuel? No, I'm not. He said, okay, here's the story, Emmanuel.
Why are so many MAGA bots in Chris's chat? MAGA is coping very hard right now. They have to deal with the fact that MAGA voted for no new wars. We're going to fix the affordability crisis. I'm going to release the Epstein files. And instead they got more new wars. Affordability is a Democrat hoax, and I'm not releasing the Epstein files. They are coping, molding, and seething, and they have to find the chief villain to point their finger at and blame. It's the same thing that happens in every fascist nation. It happened to the Germans. It's called the Dolchstoss myth. It's not your fault that your life is miserable. It's their fault. They have to point to somebody. It's the only way that they can cope with the reality that they were duped because they're inferior vermin.
If on Monday you haven't agreed to every single thing that we want, I'm putting a 25% tariff on everything coming out of France, including your wines, your champagnes, and everything else. No, 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 you cannot do that. I said, I can do that, and I will do that. Even for national security, I'll do that, but this is for medical security, and 100%. Now, let me explain. The tariff I'm imposing on you is 42 times more expensive than what I'm asking for you in return. So you can either have a 25% tariff added on to you, like I did with China on fentanyl. I put a 20% penalty tax on China, and it's drying up because the tax is far more than they make with fentanyl.
We do literally need re-education camps, by the way, for MAGA voters. Like, we have to force them into re-education camps the same way that we did with the Germans during the 20-year-long denazification program. We cannot simply allow this to, we can't just move on and pretend it didn't happen. You need to publicize the voting records, round up MAGA voters, and force them into re-education camps.
But with the other nations, I said, you're going to do it. And you know what he said? You can't do that to me. I said, yes, I can. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be that bad. You just have to explain it to your people, your 39 million people, that, by the way, don't vote by mail. They vote on paper ballots. They tried voting by mail, and there was fraud all over the country. We're the only country that votes by mail, essentially.
That's not true whatsoever, you inferior, bumbling, dumb, fascist, orange piece of shit.
You know that, right? You know, Speaker, that's another thing. We're the only country that's stupid enough to vote.
No, he's just demented, like riddled with dementia.
By mail. Even Jimmy Carter's commission said don't do it. But just to finish so that you won't say he wanders. Emmanuel said to me, Donald,
yeah, the rest of this we already watched.
You're going to do it because I'm always right about Trump. Numbers you wouldn't believe. The defense contractors are making more.
Yep.
That's why I'm going to say you're making.
Here's Trump saying that we should cancel the election in 2028.
The worst president did the worst job. They had the worst policy. How we have to even run against these people. Now, I won't say cancel the election. They should cancel the election because the fake news will say he wants the elections canceled. He's a dictator.
You literally want to cancel the election, and you are literally a fucking dictator, Donald.
They always call me a dictator. Nobody's worse than Obama.
Oh, my God.
And the people that surrounded Biden. Not Biden. I don't think it was Biden. He didn't know what the hell was going on, okay? The election was rigged. He had no idea what happened. He still doesn't.
The election was not rigged, and if you still believe that it was, you are just so fucking stupid.
Now, people will say, you don't mind if I don't read this crazy teleprompter, do you? Because, do you mind?
See, this is why he's rambling. He decided to go off script.
Like these competency tests, right?
Oh, now he's going to brag about passing his dementia test, which no other president has ever had to take because no other president had dementia.
The cognitive, they call it cognitive. I'm the only president that went for cognitives. I think every president and vice president should be forced to take cognitive exams, mental tests.
You're not taking cognitive exams, you stupid fuck. You're taking dementia exams.
Yes, like.
And you had 4 tests in 3 months because you are decaying on live television.
Are they intelligent? Wouldn't it be nice? Do you think Walsh could pass a cognitive test?
Yes.
Do you think Kamala could?
Yes.
I don't think Gavin could.
He could.
He's got a good line of crap, but other than that, he couldn't pass. I mean, here's a guy who didn't want to have water coming down from the Pacific Northwest. Why?
This guy's so fucking stupid, he thinks that he could just turn a valve in Oregon and water starts flowing to California.
They have a little tiny fish, this big. It's a little tiny fish. Not doing well. You know why? No water. They're sending water. It's too much. It's killing the fish, so they cut it off, and then they have 25,000.
By the way, same guy who asked if we should nuke a hurricane to stop it. Same guy who said you should inject yourself with bleach to fight COVID.
Houses burned down. They don't know why.
Same guy who said Tylenol causes autism. Thank you for the $20 donation, Australian.
No, I think I believe in it. I'm the only one that took a cognitive test. I do it's the worst. If I don't do a medical exam, because I've had times where I went longer, because I'm busy. If I don't do a
busy what? Playing fucking golf and waging foreign wars?
Medical exam, they say, Trump's not doing an exam. There must be something wrong with him. If I do the exam, they say, why did he do this? Why did he do this part of an exam? He did too much. There's something wrong with him.
I got more.
They did a report in the fake news New York Times where I worked this day from early in the morning till late in the evening, but we don't give out a full schedule. It's like who the hell wants to give out a schedule to these people? But it's all work.
Bro, he always sounds like he's gurgling on Bill Clinton's fucking cum. He slurs all his fucking S's. He can't even talk anymore. He's starting to lose his own motor function. His fucking jaw's going to stop working any second.
And this, in particular, this day was brutal. I never got to leave the seat. You couldn't do anything. It was just one after another after another. And this went on from early in the morning till late in the evening. And my people gave out a report. He had lunch. They show a report, lunch with somebody. And they did a story. Donald Trump is slowing down. He only had lunch. And then he went back up, and he said, that's malfeasance, whoever did, right? No, it's terrible. I was actually more angry with my people than I was with the New York Times.
We have a Mad King, by the way. The Mad King is just rambling.
But they wrote a story, and it takes you a period of time to recover from these hits. And it's almost no matter what you do, but you have to keep a positive eye. But
I don't know what the fuck he's saying, dude. And anybody who claims that they do is simply fucking lying, bro.
To even run against these people.
They're simply fucking lying.
The most.
All right. So also, Trump warns Trump warns Venezuela to cooperate or risk a new U.S. military attack. So Trump said on an NBC interview that he is ready to launch a second military operation into Venezuela if the active president stops cooperating, and the active president Rodriguez is not cooperating. Immediately, Rodriguez said, "No, Maduro is the president, will always be the president, and Venezuela will be sovereign and free. We're open to American investment, but you will not colonize us." So we are going to send in boots on the ground, and we are going to lose a lot of American soldiers' lives, and I will not have any love lost for them because you are supposed to refuse illegal orders, and you are not doing so. So I can't fucking help you there. Other than that, I want to show you one last clip just to show you how stupid Donald Trump is. I want to show you that he genuinely thinks you can decrease the prices of drugs by 1,000%, which would be pharmacists handing you money.
From 10 to 20 or 30, and ours would go from $13 down to, meaning $130 down to 20 or 30. So it's a huge drop for us. Now, depending on the way you calculate it, it could be thousands of percent down. It could
thousands of percent down. It's going to cost 1,000% less. That's what he just said. And MAGA voters will believe this. And there's no way to combat that, because that's a level of stupidity that is unmatched. You cannot fix that. That's mental disability. You're mentally disabled if you think that a pharmacist will hand you money and drugs. Here's your free drugs and here's $200. You have a mental disability. You just have a mental disability.
It would also be 90% and 80%. You know, there's two ways of calculating. I don't know if you know. They said Donald Trump exaggerated. Now, there are two ways of calculating it. But calculate it at 80, 90%. But the other way is more accurate, like 900%, because that's what it really is.
So unbelievably fucking stupid, bro. This is I wish I had the words to combat this level of stupidity, but it can't be matched. It just can't be matched. It's so fucking insane. They don't even know basic goddamn math. Oh my God. All right, that's all I got for you. If you're here live, you stay. We're going to keep on going. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning into the Valenti VOD. Global war is erupting. Donald Trump is a bumbling, demented dipshit talking about transgender for all, and the pharmacists are going to hand you money to take their drugs. He's threatening to invade Colombia, Cuba, Greenland, Panama, and Canada. NATO is about to fucking dissolve. They're horrified of American imperialism. And it looks like the Axis powers are rejoining forces, but the new Axis powers will be the United States of America, the Russian Empire, and the Greater Israel Empire. That's what we're at. Yeah. I'm Chris Valenti. I'm always right. I've never been wrong. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. Dude, we're, like, cooked, bro. We're cooked. We're so fucking cooked. And we're not even cooked because of Donald. We're cooked because of his supporters. We're cooked because there's people out there who actually think that, like, this is good for America and their life is going to get better as long as we wage foreign wars. We're going to get better. Everyone, my life's going to get better once we bomb Venezuela. My life I'm going to make so much money once we bomb Cuba. You couldn't make this shit. Bro, if you made this shit up in like 30 years ago, they would say, no, there's no shot any American is that stupid. This is cheesy. It's bullshit. No American would ever be that stupid. But they are. They truly fucking are. They truly fucking are. All right, let's save this image. This is episode 345. Save this one too. And this one. Bots getting active, I see. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. Yo, Chris, deleting a video, you're wrong. It doesn't remove it from your record. What are you talking about? I don't delete videos. What are you talking about? I don't delete any of my videos. A lot of them get pulled down by the TikTok algorithm, but I don't delete any of my videos. Which video are you talking about? A/B testing. Another MAGA Groiper? Probably. MAGA is coping really fucking hard right now. They need somebody to blame for their poor decisions. So I think they're choosing me, which I'm honored by, to be honest. I love being the chief villain. I always say, judge me by my enemies. And my enemies are the literal inbred sister fucking incel groiper losers of this nation. I'm never wrong. Meanwhile, good luck, Marine. Yeah, no, I'm never wrong. We invaded Venezuela. We're staying there for 2 years. And I stand by. Good luck, Marine. Have fun for the next 2 years while the fucking Venezuelan militia tries to get their fucking oil back. Have fun, Marine. Have fun. It's unbelievable. But wait, let me ask you a question. Who said that? Hesco Bandit. Can I ask you a question? Will you answer my question, Hesco Bandit? If I ask you a question, will you answer it? Like, really? Will you genuinely answer it? Or no? Are you going to avoid it? Move the goalpost or some shit? Thank you for the $5. What country do you think will stop the U.S. from doing more tyranny first? Canada. Canada will resist. Canada is not a nation that you actually want to fuck with. Show me where the troops are. Donald literally said that we're sending in more boots on the ground. You do know this, right? You do know that, right? That we're going to stay there. They're going to be a vassal state. We're going to rule over it. So wait, I asked you if I can ask you a question. If I ask you a question, will you answer it? You said we already invaded? We did. Holy shit, you're actually plugging your ears. Wait, dude. You do know that we invaded Venezuela, right? And our troops are staying there, right? He said that. Do you just not even know that he said that? Do you even pay attention to what he says? Oh my fucking God, you guys don't listen to him, do you? You guys don't even listen to his speeches, do you? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Show me where the troops are stationed.
Killed. The United States military is the strongest and most fearsome.
Also, dude, it's day 3. It's day 3 of the invasion. It's day 3, you stupid fuck.
Military on the planet by far, with capabilities and skills our enemies can scarcely begin to imagine. We have the best equipment anywhere in the world. There's no equipment like what we have, and you see that even if you just look at the boats. You know, we've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by sea. 90%. Each boat kills on average 25,000 people. We knocked out 97%. And those drugs mostly come from a place called Venezuela. We're going to run the country until such time.
Okay, that part's important. We're going to keep watching, but we're going to run the country until such time. Now, did he just say that? I forgot the fucking name of the guy. All right, Hesco, did Donald Trump just say, we are going to run the country? Venezuela. Did he just say that? We're going to start easy with yes or no's because you guys live in a different reality. Did he just say that? Yes or no? Simple question. This is a very simple question. Your mods might have timed him out. Don't time him out, man. I want to play with this one. Did he just say that? Yes or no? I know you guys are saying yes. You guys actually have functioning brains. I'm talking to the inferior MAGA rat. Venezuelans don't give a shit. No. Don't deport the goalpost. Answer the fucking question, you literal fucking coward. Well, let's play it again.
And those drugs mostly come from a place called Venezuela. We're going to run the country until such time.
So, did Donald Trump say, we are going to run the country until such time? Yes or no? Yes or no? Incredibly simple. Did he say that, Hesco Bandit? His name is Hesco Bandit. Did he say that? You just heard him say it. So the answer is yes, but I'm trying to see whether you live in a different reality or not. Did he say that? Yes or no? This is a gauge to see whether you're capable of participating in like a conversation. Obviously, he said that. Okay, so here's my question. In this world where the United States stays in Venezuela to set up oil operations, do you think we're not going to defend that oil operation? Or let me rephrase the question. Will we defend the oil refineries? Yes or no? Hesco, will we defend the oil refineries? Yes or no? Now I was saying, fuck Trump, doesn't matter. I'm still working on him. Dumbassing and everyone else is fucking MAGA. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're doing the exact same thing all MAGA does. You pretended you didn't support him. Answer the fucking question, you literal fucking pussy. Will we defend the oil refineries? Yes or no? Will we defend the oil refineries? Yes or no? Come on. Pretend to be courageous. Pretend to be brave. Engage in a conversation. Will we defend the oil refineries? Yes or no? Come on! Come on, motherfucker! Yes or no? 3 letters or 2 letters, and then send. Holy fuck, he's embarrassed now. He probably fucking left. Probably ran away, tucked his fucking tails between his legs and ran off. Dude, they're all such fucking pussies. You press them on anything, one thing, and they flee. They flee. They fucking flee. It's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable. Why wouldn't we defend interests? Okay, so yes. So you're saying yes, we will defend the oil refineries. Yes? Yes or no, Hesco? You're saying we will defend them, right? You're saying we'll defend them, right, Hesco? Come on. Yes or no, motherfucker? Come on. Oh my God, dude. Nothing. 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 We're taking a detour here. We're going to bully this MAGA fuck into submission. Or he'll run away. One of the two will happen. He'll either run away or he'll get bullied into submission. Come on, Hesco. Come on, Hesco. Oh. Nothing. He ran away. He ran away. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Actually, no, it's very believable. It's expected behavior, to be honest. It's expected behavior. Did I stutter? You didn't say anything. Okay, so let's get to the point here. Let's get to the point here. You are admitting that Trump said we're going to run Venezuela. You are admitting that we are going to defend our interests in Venezuela. What do you defend them with? Do you defend them with soldiers? Yes or no? Do you defend our interests with soldiers? Yes or no? Come on. Come on. Anything? Anything at all? No, I'm not still recording. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that, Malenti. Crickets. Isn't that what we've done in Japan, Germany, and every other country we have troops in? No, because we didn't bomb them, murder 100 civilians, and kidnap their fucking president. So you are admitting, I'm just going to finish it for you. You are admitting, yes, we're going to send soldiers to defend American interests in Venezuela. That's called an invasion, you inbred, toothless incel. Jesus fucking Christ. You said we already have troops on the ground? We do, you dumb fuck!
As we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. And it has to be judicious, because that's what we're all about. We want peace, liberty, and justice for the great people of Venezuela, and that includes many from Venezuela that are now living in the United States and want to go back to their country. It's their homeland. We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind. We've had decades of that.
Oh, Trump says our troops will stay in Venezuela. Oh my God, dude. I can't believe I'm up against this level of fucking stupidity. I can't believe I'm up against this level of fucking stupidity, dude. Trump says our troops still. Yeah, no, you really can't reason with MAGA folk. You really can't fucking reason with them, man. To make things worse, Europe said it will come to Greenland's defense. Of course, as they should. What was the MAGA fuck's name? Is he still here? Hesco Bandit. Hey, Hesco, what do you think about Donald saying that he's ready for a second strike in Venezuela? You okay with a second strike in Venezuela? You okay with that? You okay with that? Anyone who wants to address all the murders committed by Maduro? I don't give a fuck. I'm American, not Venezuelan. It's not my fucking problem. I just don't support American interventionists. I don't give a fuck. That's not my problem. I'm American. I'm not Venezuelan. Why the fuck should I care? Unless they're practicing a fucking genocide, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Sweet Jesus Christ. Hey, Hesco, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? When Trump said that the U.S. is ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to. You okay with that, too? I mean, hey, Maduro's gone now. So are you okay with that? With a second strike? Just for shits and giggles? You okay with that? You okay with that? You okay with that? Maduro's already gone. You okay with that, you mentally deficient dipshit? You support that? So now he's America first? Brother, the socialists are the only people who are actually America first. All of our beliefs are going to make the lives of the working class better. You are Epstein first if you support Donald Trump. Everything Donald Trump has done benefits the Epstein class. Lowers the fucking tax rates for the 1%, for the billionaires. Nothing he has done has made your life better. Not one fucking thing. You unironically defend the Epstein class. I can't help you, bro. I can't fucking help you. You okay with all the drugs that are being brought into our country? Yeah, dude, cocaine's pretty fucking based. You ever been to a bachelor party? Yeah, pretty fucking based. Hey, question, are we going to pardon Nicolas Maduro the way that Donald Trump pardoned the former president of Honduras who trafficked 400 million pounds of cocaine into the United States? Are we going to pardon him too? Are we going to pardon him too? Would that be okay? Would that be sick? Would that be fucking based? If we, because you know, like the former president of Honduras, who was a one of the most famous and prolific drug traffickers in fucking modern history, we pardoned him. I guess that's a great way to fight back against the drug trade, right? Should you invite guests onto your show? Yeah, I'm gonna have guests, but that's a great way to fight back against the drug trade, right? You fucking idiots. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, title for this. Trump says he's canceling elections. Trump says he's canceling elections. Nah, son, we are cooked. Trump says he's canceling elections while he conquers the Western Hemisphere. Greenland invasion. Yes, I want it monetized. Whew. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame. We fight for the gospel and honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. Somebody said, you want to run for president one day, yet you disparage people for how they look and their physical disabilities? Oh, don't worry. That won't get in the way. You said, oh, you want to run for president of the United States, but, hold on, where is it? Let me see if I could find this. Anybody got that clip? You know what clip I'm talking about, right? You guys know what clip I'm talking about, right?
Known.
See if I could find it. You guys know which clip I'm talking about, right? No? I'm trying to find it, but there's also so much shit. He has insulted so many disabled people. I can't even... see if I could find it online. Here it is, I believe.
Donald Trump facing new criticism for something he did on the campaign.
Written by a
You said you can't be the president if you make fun of disabled people?
nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago.
Oh, I thought that would get in the way of becoming president. What about what about this? What about when Trump called Tim Waltz, who has an autistic son? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, here it is. What about when Trump said the seriously retarded governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz? So which reality do you live in? Because I live in the reality where the president of the United States consistently mocks disabled people and called the governor of Minnesota seriously retarded. And well, he's still the president of the United States. So which reality do you live in? Which reality do you live in? Curious. Curious. Shut the fuck up, bro. No one wants to legalize coke. I do. I want to legalize all drugs. I think that you would actually have less overdoses and you would completely get rid of the cartels if you legalized all drugs and regulated them. But just so you know, that would be going back to what we used to have. All drugs were legal in the United States for a very long time, and then they started to criminalize specific ones. But no, every single drug was legal in the US for a long time. And people were dying because of them? No, we have way higher overdose deaths now that now that the majority of drugs are illegal. You are incorrect. You're just factually wrong, and facts don't care about your feelings. Sorry. I'm telling you an irrefutable fact. Yeah, we know you're a drug addict. I am, and I have been sober for nearly 10 years. Or sorry, over 10 years. This is my sobriety date. Thank you for pointing out an incredible achievement. Bro, they used to put cocaine in fucking toothpaste. This is still processing. This is taking a while. Yeah, this chat is really against you today. I told you guys, dude, MAGA has to cope. The best way to cope is to point to somebody else and express all of your frustration on them. As I said before, MAGA voted for no new wars. I'm going to end the war on day one. We're going to fix the affordability crisis. I'm going to release the Epstein files. And instead, they got more new wars. Affordability is a Democrat hoax and no Epstein files. They have to cope. They have to cope. I am very humbled and proud to be the person that they are coping to. You know, judge me by my enemies. Judge me by my enemies. Yeah, it's not no new wars. It's no new wars. That's what it is. That's what it is. The speed in which the MAGA voter went from no new wars to we actually support war was insane. You know, it was the final nail in the coffin for like the argument that they are a cult. It was immediate. They proved to the whole world that they are a cult. They went from no new wars to we actually support war now. Overnight, by the way. Overnight. Overnight. Oh no, I gotta re-upload that video. That didn't work. Whoopsie boop-upsie. I gotta re-upload it, gang. All right. Trump says he's canceling elections while he conquers the Western Hemisphere. Greenland invasion. Yeah, we are cooked. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. All right, we got to let that video process. Chatter asks, what's wrong with cults? I can't help you there. I can't help you. If you're asking that question, you're too far gone. You will never be saved. You're done. You're done. You're no longer a person. You're a number. Look at Doug Lamalafas' death. I don't give a shit about some dead Republican congressman. Rest in piss. We're better off without him. I don't give a fuck. We're just waiting for this to upload, gang. It's got to process. Once it's done processing, we'll get that up. We'll make an advertisement for it, and then we're good and done for the day. Let's organize. That's what I do with the DSA. Organizing over a YouTube chat is not really a good idea. It is very cold in New York. It is very, very cold in New York. What's my favorite soup? Chicken noodle.
Charlie, Charlie, Kirky. I just popped a perky. Charlie, Charlie, Kirky. Aww.
Highest zombies wave, 64. Alone. On transit. In the tunnel. With an M16 wall by. This is years ago. Alright, let's see. Alright, this is going to need a little bit of a tweak. We gotta wait for it to finish processing, then we can do the trim and cut. Why not tomato basil? I don't know. My favorite's chicken noodle. Disappointed to see Valenti lie about drugs. What lie did I tell you about drugs? Please tell me. What lie did I tell you about drugs? Read? No. It says, how and where did you get the information that people weren't dying from drugs back when they weren't illegal? That's not what I said, dipshit. What I said is we had less overdose deaths when drugs were legal, which is true. Jesus Christ. So Trump wants to invade. Confirm. Wealthiest who've been in GTA Online? I've never played GTA. All right, let's make an advertisement. So Trump wants to invade Greenland, and Stephen Miller, the bald Jewish Nazi, well, his pig slut of a wife, she decided to post a picture of Greenland with the American flag all over it, implying American conquest. Trump also said that in 2 months we're going to conquer Greenland. Well, Stephen Miller, the husband of the disgusting pig slut, well, she was on, Stephen Miller, was on CNN with Jake Tapper, and he was squealing like a fucking pig, saying that, no, actually the United States of America has authority to take over Greenland, and I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a soundbite of me saying that we're going to take over Greenland, and I'm not going to say it, even though he refused to say that we will not use military action to conquer Greenland. On top of that, Trump, he was speaking at some fucking GOP event where like all of the House Republicans were hanging out in some log cabin where they do their homoerotic shit. But long story short, Trump went off script and went on this long rambling fucking tirade about how like, oh, no more trans for everybody, and I lowered the prices of drugs by 1,000%, which would be pharmacists handing you money when they hand you your drugs. Granted, MAGA voters are so fucking stupid they'll probably believe that that's real. What else? We are invading Colombia, Cuba, Mexico, Canada, Greenland, Panama. Trump wants to own the entire Western Hemisphere. And you don't need to take it from me. You can take it from the horse's mouth. He says it himself. I cover this all in great lengths on YouTube. New episode on YouTube. Go check it out. New YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video. So Trump wants to... You can ban FFGG. He's annoying. Trump wants to conquer the entire Western Hemisphere. New YouTube video. All right, we got that on TikTok. Let's get it on Instagram. Well, first it's got to upload on TikTok. If America takes all those places, what's next? Well, you in Israel, your leader will occupy the entire Middle East. Putin will occupy all of Europe. Xi Jinping will occupy all of Asia. This is about the 4 big dictators expanding their spheres of influence. Where will Australia fall? Fuck if I know. Probably China. We're getting all the Middle East, that's plenty land. Yeah, well, I mean, you're Israeli, dude. Your people are fucking nuts. Yeah. Your people are fucking crazy. What do you expect? Yeah, I would do a Q&A. Hey, Chris, I just got married. Congratulations. Proud of you. I don't know why I find Australians attractive. Probably because you're addicted to Angela White porn. That's probably it. Probably it. Oh, clocked you. Clocked you. Clocked you. You tell me I didn't clock you? Tell me I didn't just clock you? I clocked your shit, son. I know. We're going to have COVID for the first time ever. Am I going to die before or after we invade Greenland? You ain't going to die. Unless you're 90. Song recommendation. We must defend ourselves by Seb Iowe. Never heard of it. I'll look it up though. Anyway, things are getting real hot in Gaza. Update from the field. Yeah, I believe it. Things are going to get hotter and hotter. You know, you Israelis are going to finish off your genocide. And then America is going to colonize Gaza. Trump Gaza #1. Trump Towers, casinos, beachfront property. Yeah, I fully expected that. Thanks, C6. I appreciate that. We aren't that stupid. We all knew it was a front. Well, that's why I say there's only two types of Trump voters. You're either cruel and you knew he was going to do this and supported it anyway, or you're stupid and you didn't know he was going to do this. Which one are you? Which one are you? Cruel or stupid? Not a Trumper, dum-dum? Oh, well, you said we. You said we aren't that stupid. We knew it was a front. So I was assuming you're talking about Trump voters. Why can't you be cruel and stupid? Sure, there is that third category of people who are both cruel and stupid. That's fine. Cruel is letting Maduro, a socialist, murder his own people. Trump murders his own people. Should China come in, invade us, bomb DC, kill 100 citizens, and then kidnap Trump and extradite him to Beijing? Should they do that? Because Trump murders his own civilians all the time. Should we do that? Should we just let China do that? It's law of the jungle. It's law of the jungle. Why not? Might makes right, you know? If they're powerful enough to do it, why shouldn't they? Why not? Why not? You got a point? Of course I do. Dude, dismantling MAGA talking points is the easiest thing of all time because they're inferior. They come up with just the stupidest talking points of all time. They, like, their own talking points don't make sense based on the shit that Trump has said. Like, there's no logic. There's no critical thinking. None of that exists. Is it true you have a cuck chair? I've seen it on TikTok. Are you talking about this? This chair? This is where my cat sits while I stream. That's where my cat sits, bro. Sure, yeah, we all know what that fucking chair is. Sure. All right. Fucking get a hold of yourselves, you gooning motherfuckers. We shouldn't be giving Israel money, so there's that. Oh, so you don't support Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump gave Israel fucking $14 billion and said that he'll bomb Iran again if asked to. So, Hesco, you don't support Donald Trump. Because if you don't support funding Israel, you can't support Donald Trump. You can't have both. Thank you for the $5, Devil Alex. Way more than 14 billion. I know, somewhere between like 50 and 80 billion dollars, but we do know that it was at least 14 billion. It might even be a trillion. Can anyone else pass the data on how many civilians have been murdered? You're talking about in Venezuela? You're talking about in Venezuela? Whew. Thank you for the $5. If I could have any X-Men power, what would it be? Probably telekinesis, not telekinesis, telepathy. What the guy in the wheelchair has. Two things can be true. Not supports Trump and still being in favor of Maduro being out. Yeah, sure, Maduro's out, but do you support the United States keeping our troops there for 2 years while we harvest their oil? Like, we're back to where we started in the beginning. We're back to where we started in the beginning. You said civilians have been murdered here? Yeah, dude. Trump has executed more people than any American president in history. You don't know this? You don't know this? Trump's final days of his first term, he had a rush of federal executions. He executed, let's see, how many people in total? I think it's like 60 people he executed. Luigi's about to go crazy. That's a lot. Yeah, well, I mean, Donald Trump is obsessed with death and murder. MAGA is a death cult. That's how it works. And then we've got 100 casualties in Venezuela, 40 dead. 40 dead. 100 casualties, 40 dead. The other 60 are wounded. About half a dozen U.S. soldiers were injured. Great. Fantastic. But you're in support of all of that. You fully support all of that. So I don't know why I'm telling you this. You don't even need to know this. It doesn't matter what he does. You support it anyway because you're in a cult. He could come to your house and shoot your mother in the fucking face. You'd thank him for it. I can't help you, dude. I can't help you. Thank you, Mr. President. I didn't know my mom was an undocumented socialist. Thank you for shooting my mother in the fucking face, Mr. President. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much, Mr. President. I love you so much. I love you so much, Mr. President. Mr. President. Let's see if I can find this. Is this it? Oh, here. I want to remind you MAGA voters. Hold on, before we even do this. If you're a MAGA voter, MAGA supporter, please pretend to be brave and say me. Say that, you know, like tell us you support Trump because I want to show you something because I want to trigger you. Just say, yeah, me, I support Donald Trump. Say me, so I know that you're here. Thank you for the $5. Donald Trump has actually been in Marvel Comics a lot, but it's always the butt of the joke. Yeah, no, he's always in fucking Marvel Comics. So come on, MAGA, be brave. Say me. Say me. I'm voting for Trump. Come on. Thank you for the $5, Angel. Come on, MAGA, be brave. I do watch The Boys. Thank think you overestimate how many MAGA in your chat. No, they're here. They're just silent. Most MAGA voters are inherently cowardly because their mother was a whore and their father was a pussy. So then they, they procreate and they create this incel, unlovable, unfuckable worm of a man. And they just live a life of shame. They're afraid to ever express their opinions. Where I hold my beliefs firm on my fucking sleeve. I'm very confident. I'm not afraid to tell you what my beliefs are. But MAGA folks are incredibly ashamed to be the, subhuman vermin that they are. But I would like to ask one MAGA voter to just pretend to be brave and admit that you voted for Donald Trump. Real quick. We could use you, Hesco. I know you're, going to pretend that you don't support Trump because you're a fucking pussy and your mother's a whore. But do you want to, let's just use you. So Hesco fully supports Donald Trump. Here's the guy that you supported. Let's see.
Said, he's going to start a war because they said I had that personality to start a war. They remember that? We can't vote for him. He's going to start a war. No, I used my personality that we didn't have to have wars. I was the first president in decades who started no new wars. Who started no new wars. No new wars. No new wars. We don't need the wars. Foreign lands, countries you've never heard of, countries that don't even want us there. I was the first president in decades who started no new wars. I was the first president in decades who started no new wars. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We never got into a war with me. I have a great record. We had peace. We had prosperity. We had no wars. That started no wars. We didn't have a war. We will expel the warmongers from our government.
We got Texas here. He says, I did, and I'm not proud of it. I can't believe I voted for this piece of shit. Jumped ship to the OAL after he started talking about bombing Iran. And you are welcome here. And we appreciate you admitting that you fucked up and you were duped. And that's the thing. That's when the bullying stops. This is what I need the people who voted for Donald Trump to understand. Once you abandon ship, the bullying stops. You living a life of shame stops. It's okay that you were duped, but you just have to accept the fact that you were duped, and now you can join in the fight against the fascists. But until that point, you will be bullied and shamed relentlessly for the rest of your life because you are literally an inferior being, okay? It's that fucking simple.
We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will expel the warmongers from our government. And we had no wars. When you see all the people that died in these horrible wars in the Middle East and everything else, countries didn't want us. Look at Trump. Just look at this guy. He's going to go to war. He's going to take us. No. Look at me.
Hesco, do you support no new wars, or do you support war in Iran, war in Venezuela, war in Nigeria, war in Lebanon, war in Yemen, war in Syria, war in Somalia, war in Mexico, war in Cuba, war in Colombia, war in Canada, war in Greenland, war in Panama? That's just 13 that I could name off the tip of my tongue. So which one is it? No new wars or warmongering? Which one is it? Which Donald did you vote for? Did you vote for Donald on the campaign trail or Donald the president? Which one? Thank you, Sanguinus. Yeah, no, pissing on our face and telling us it's pissing. Which one did you vote for? Come on. Which one? Come on, Hesco. Which one? Who did you vote for? Hesco said he didn't vote? No, he's lying. Hesco voted for Donald Trump 3 times, and now he's living a life of fucking shame, and he has to pretend like he fucking didn't. So which one did you vote for, Hesco? Did you vote for Donald Trump on the campaign trail, where he said no new wars, or did you vote for Donald Trump as the president, where he said more new wars? Which one? Which one is it, Hesco? Who'd you vote for? Oh, this is empty. Already said didn't vote for him? Liar.
The one that kept us out of war. I'm the only president that didn't start a war. I didn't start a war.
This president, no wars.
Started no wars. You're going to end up in a war. Or war or no war. They like a war. They love wars. They love killing people. It's so wonderful. I'm the only president in many, many decades that didn't start a war. They're the party of endless wars. I was the first president in decades who started no new war. There were wars all over. He said, bring back Trump. It'll all end. It all ended. We had no problem. I'm going to keep you out of wars. I kept you out of wars. We had no wars with Donald Trump as your president. Remember when crooked Hillary Clinton used to say, he's going to get us into a war?
Hey, Hesco, would you stop supporting Donald Trump if he called for the termination of the U.S. Constitution? Hey, Hesco. Would you stop supporting Trump if he called for the termination of the U.S. Constitution? Or any MAGA supporter. Hey, MAGA supporters, would you stop supporting Trump if he called for the termination of the United States Constitution? MAGA supporters, would you stop supporting him if he said we should terminate the U.S. Constitution? Come on, MAGA supporters. Come on. Come on, MAGA supporters. Pretend to be a brave boy. Pretend to be brave. Answer the question. Come on, little rats. Chatter says, I only voted for Trump because I never trusted Kamala, but knowing everything Trump has done is disgusting, sneaky, and just horrendous, from killing innocent people to being in the Epstein list. Yeah, well, welcome to the OAO. I don't support anyone going against the Constitution. Hey, Hesco, let me just see how, if you're in tune. Did Donald Trump call for the termination of the United States Constitution? Yes or no? Hesco? Or to any MAGA supporter. Did Donald Trump call for the termination of the United States Constitution? Did he? Yes or no? Come on, Hesco. Thank you for the $10. Is there hope left? As long as we can convert MAGA rats back into functioning members of society, yes. There is always fucking hope. Hesco. Hesco. Did your perfect and humble ruler call for the termination of the U.S. Constitution? Yes or no, Hesco? Come on, buddy. Calling them inferior is not going to convert them? Yes, it is. You need people to live a life of fucking shame. They need to feel ostracized from their community. There is one thing that humans fear most, and that is being ostracized from their communities. You make these people feel like fucking others, make them feel inferior, make them feel subhuman, and they will eventually recognize the errors of their ways, and they will change. If you allow this behavior to be moved past, and you never shine a fucking light on it and say, that's unacceptable, we will repeat the fucking cycle over and over and over. Pull up a video of Trump calling for the termination? No, answer my fucking question first. Did Donald Trump call for the termination of the U.S. Constitution? Yes or no? I'm trying to see whether or not you're well read. I'm trying to see whether or not you pay attention in your own fucking nation. Did he call for the termination of the U.S. Constitution? Yes or no? Come on. Come on. Pull up the video. I'm going to ask you one more time, and if you don't answer with a yes or a no, you're going to get permanently banned. Did Donald Trump call for the termination of the U.S. Constitution? Yes or no? If you say anything other than yes or no, my mods are going to ban you immediately. Why can't these dopes ever answer? Because they know I'm right. Obviously, he fucking did. You're correct. He did. A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. So, I'm going to ask you again. Do you support Donald Trump, Hesco? Do you support Donald Trump, Hesco? Yippee. Yippee. Do you support Donald Trump still, Hesco? Come on. I've never supported Trump. Liar. Coping. Molding. Seething. Coming to terms with the fact that you were duped. That's what you are. Brother, nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. Dude, it's so fucking obvious. It's so fucking obvious. Did you vote for Obama? No. I was a child. I was too young to vote. The first time I was allowed to vote, it was between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. The second time I was allowed to vote, it was between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. The third time I was allowed to vote, it was between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. My entire adult life, I've had to choose between Donald Trump and some bumbling dipshit neoliberal fuck. My entire fucking life. I hope you understand that I am America's son. I am the son of liberty. I am what happens when the only fucking opportunity that I get is to vote between a fascist and a dumb fuck. This is what you end up with. The alt-left. And I'm coming for that fucking Oval Office, bitch boy. I'm coming for that fucking Oval Office. I bleed red, white, and blue, bitch. You always say, why don't you leave this nation? Because this nation has a fucking leak in the ceiling, and I don't run. I fix the fucking leak, and you are the drip. You and your ilk are the parasite consuming my fucking nation. And I'm gonna fix it. I promise you, you're not gonna like it. Okay. Oh, I think I'm done. Thank you very much for tuning into the Valenti broadcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps me immensely. I'm going to hit you with one quick bella ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato, un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via, un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, 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 partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morir. Hell fucking yeah. All right, guys, thank you very much. Don't forget to donate to the channel. $1, $2, $5, $8 goes a long way. Don't forget to buy the merch. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.